last time.
Everything was falling through, that everyone I knew was waiting on a cue to turn and run when all I needed was the truth. But that's how it's gotta be. It's coming down to nothing more than apathy. I'd rather run the other way than stay and see the smoke and who's still standing when it clears. And everyone knows I'm in over my head, with 8 seconds left in overtime. She's on your mind, she's on your mind.
And this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to reply at your baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
I miss you when I can't sleep, or right after coffee, or right when I can't eat. I miss you in my front seat. Still got sand in my sweaters from nights we don't remember. Do you miss me like I miss you? Fucked around and got attached to you. Friends can break your heart too, and I'm always tired but never of you. Everyone I do right does me wrong, so every lonely night I sing this song.
I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realized it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Yes, you did. You forgiven me. Pump up the volume.
Who you know fresher than Ho? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lurking at. Can't none of y'all mirror me back. Yeah, hear me rap, it's like Angie rapping his prime. I'm young H.O., raps grateful dead. Back to take over the globe, now break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Slow Express. Out the country, but the blueberries still connect. On the low with the yacht, got a triple deck. But when you young, what the fuck you expect? Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn your manhole, crack the can open again. Who you gonna find open a hand with no pen? Just draw off inspiration. So you gonna see you can't replace him with cheap imitations.
We were staying in Paris to get away from your parents, and I thought, wow, if I could take this in a shot right now, I don't think that we could work this out on the terrace. I don't know if it's fair, but I thought, how could I let you fall by yourself? Well, I'm wasted for someone else. Here we go down, then we go down together. They'll say we could do anything, they'll say that I was clever. Here we go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything, let's show them we are better.
He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say?
Show them we are
play myself to let the sparks die out and shattering anything that has reflections of you. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual.
Educated, money, he's well dressed, not funny, but he'll put the bill in all situations, 'cause he pays for everything. Girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money. Boys will laugh at girls when they're not funny. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you. I'm still gonna send it.
Hey girl, how you doing? You are the woman that I'm really pursuing, and I would like to get to know you. Can you give me your name? If you jot down your number, you'll get mine in exchange. Hey, see, I'm the man of this town, and I hope you wouldn't mind if I showed you around. So when you go to certain places, you'll be thinking of me. We got people to meet and many places to see. Hey, I'm really digging your lips, but be careful where you walking when you swinging them hips. I'm kinda concerned that you'll be causing a crash with your traffic jam booty heads pausing so fast. Hey, I wouldn't trade you for the world, I swear it. I like your hair in every style that you wear it, and how the colors coordinate with your clothes, from your manicured nails to your pedicured toes.
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, it's only you and me.
You come from a land down under. I run and go and then thunder. Don't you hear that thunder? You gotta run, you gotta take cover. And she said, you come from a land down under. I run and go and then thunder. Don't you hear that thunder? You gotta run, you gotta take cover.
Gatorade me, bitch.
good life.
Better than the life I lived when I thought that I was gonna go crazy. And now my grandmama ain't the only girl calling me baby. And if you're feeling me now, then put your hands up in the sky and let me say, hey, hey, I'm good.
Feel my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where it starts. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you. I'm so alone, nothing feels like home. I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you. I'm so alone, nothing feels like home.
Take my hand, free love. This is free love. That's what we are made of. Yes, we are. Free love. This is real love. That's what we are made of. Yes, we are.
Trying to find my way back home to you. I'm so alone, nothing feels like home. I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you.
So you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? 'Cause what's your mind, what's your mind?
Well, calling my name is just something about you turns me to a savage. I'ma be honest, I can't help but stay, yeah, I'm losing my balance. I've been running in circles around you to please, yeah, I do what I need to. So pardon my manners, just something about you turns me to a savage. Well, calling my name is just something about you turns me to a savage. I'ma be honest, I can't help but stay, yeah, I'm losing my balance. I've been running in circles around you to please, yeah, I do what I need to. So pardon my manners, just something about you turns me to a savage.
Waiting for the time to pass you by. Hope the winds of change will change your mind. I could give 1,000 reasons why, and I know you, and you've got to make it on your own. But we don't have to grow up, we can stay forever young. Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun. I could give 1,000 reasons why, but you're going, and you know that all you have to do is stay a minute. Just take your time, the clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is wait a second. Your hands on mine, the clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is
I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Closing time, one last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home.
I feel so close to you right now. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. I feel so close to you right now. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. You are the one thing in my way. 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 You are the one thing in my way.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. Now I wonder if I could fall into that sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight.
I put my faith in something unknown. I'm living on such sweet loving, but I'm tired of hope when nothing to hold. I'm living on such sweet loving.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's get ready to kick off this party right here and right now with the 7:30 a.m. press release wave. We obviously are getting ready to see what is going to spike, what is going to rip, what is going to run. Is there going to be that one play that is going to stand up out right here? Let's see, guys. We already made $231 on BTBD today. Guys, let's see what else we got. GLMD. GLMD, guys, all attention, all focus, all action over on GLMD at this moment. Does have the 200-day moving average at 114. I do want to turn my attention really quickly over to GLMD here for a second. GLMD, see if this one keeps on spiking, ripping, and running. Let's just see what happens right here for a second. Locate lowest amount. How much does that cost? $4. GLMD. So, guys, I do want to see if GLMD starts spiking all the way up towards around that 200-day moving average again. I am just seeing right here collaboration agreement. So, collaboration agreement. Sometimes we might get some hype, we might get some momentum, we might get a little bit of quick action. GLMD just go on a little bit of spike. I want to trade this morning. Traders, tonight we have the webinar. Tonight we could be able to go after the webinar and kind of do all that fun stuff, but I want to trade this morning. So let's get ready for a big day ahead. Let's get ready to have some fun and let's get ready to see what we have coming on up here. PMNT, SNAL, AVNS, HTOH, TVTX, BEG. I think we're pretty good right now. I think the majority of attention is going to just focus over on GLMD and see if that one gets a little bit of a spike. Now, we could look for shorts next to 90 cents. If it breaks 90 cents, we could look at short at $1. If it breaks $1, it has room to run up to the 200-day moving average. I do not have any live open orders right now. No orders that I have. Guys, little heads on up. CMND. CMND just meets primary endpoints. Just came out again just a moment ago. CMND just met primary endpoints. Very good press release. We'll see what this one does here in a second. So CMND just met primary endpoints. I am going to buy 1,000 shares on this play. I'm buying 1,000 shares on this play and just seeing if this one goes on any sort of crazy spike and rip and run. So I am in on 1,000 shares at this moment at the price of $196. I just want to see if this one spikes up to like $220, $230. So if this one does get a little spike, I'm just going to give it a chance. We met primary endpoints. Let's just see if this one can go on a nice little rip on up towards like 220 and then I can take some profits. Guys, I'm up 140, 110. It keeps kind of getting quick little spikes and it keeps dumping. I'm just going to get out right here, kind of break even because it's not going explosive. I will say I love when a stock meets primary endpoints. It's one of the best press releases you can have. I wanted to go on the long side right there and just kind of jump in. You guys know I usually love shorting. I usually love shorting plays, but when you meet primary endpoints, it's one of the best press releases that you could possibly have. So, high watch, high alert. Right here, traders. Let's see if CMND can keep on going. Again, meets primary endpoints. This is one of the best press releases, guys. Now it's still squeezing. Now it's still spiking. So CMND here, traders. Look at this play, still squeezing its way on up. CMND, high watch. There it goes. CMND, guys, one of the best press releases that you guys can have. Primary endpoints right here. Congratulations to anyone making a quick little dollar. Stock has now gone from 150 all the way up towards 250. So stock is still making some traders some good money. Man, that is one of the best things that we could see. One of the best things that we could focus on right there. And guys, how did we find this? Traders, it's so simple. It literally shows up right here. CMND. Look at this. It is highlighted in gold. Primary endpoints, FDA approval, 4-star press release wave. Right? That, like, it makes it easy for us. So CMND, every single person should be able to catch that play. Every single person should have been able to make money on the upside or making money on the downside. Remember, there are over 10,000 stocks available to trade. What I want you guys to realize is that if you guys could see the news, if you guys could see the moment that these come on out, you will make money. And that's all it is. All we're doing is watching Fox Runner, and Fox Runner literally is giving us the news. I hype up this scanner so much because it's so damn simple. I stare at the scanner says primary endpoints, I buy the play, I make $100. It could not be any easier than this. Now CMND, after this quick little spike, starts coming back on down. So, had a nice rip right there. Now again, starting to drop back on down. We got in. If you're saying, Deck, where did you enter over on that play? Let's again go ahead and take a look right here. CMND, we entered at 196. So again, I entered that play over at 196. I did get out extremely early just because it wasn't spiking as much as I wanted to at the time, but it ran all the way up to 250, which was great. So we are having a little bit of action, a little bit of movement, a little bit of love. Little bit of love right now. Let's see if we can get something a little crazier, a little bigger, a little faster. But again, that is CMND, still a great looking play right here. Great way to kick off the day. Congratulations, everyone. I deserve a little sip of coffee on that. Ah! It's so hot. Burns my throat on the way down. Down to the esophagus. Oh, into the small intestine right now. So right now on the day, we are currently sitting with a $300 profit. So $310 profit as of now. 2 trades. Let's just see what we can keep on doing here. Getting in, getting out, making that money quickly. All right, that's all we're doing. We're getting in, we're getting out, making that money as fast as we possibly can. So right here, team. Now, again, it is kind of consolidating a little bit. We'll see if this one can start getting a little bit of fire. We'll see if this one can start getting any sort of, a rip back on up. This one still has that potential to squeeze on later today. This one, I mean, this is the best press release that we have right now. Met primary endpoints, one of the best that you could possibly have at this moment. So, we are just going to be staying alert. We are just going to be staying ready. CMND so far has gone from 140 all the way up towards around 250, now back on down. Anything else going crazy right now? PMNT, no. SNAL, slow and steady. AVNS, SNYR, HOTH, CMND, that's the one we know. Traders, you know what's a bigger story, I think, today? And again, let's kind of take a step back from our day trades. Is what about the S&P 500? Ladies and gentlemen, what about the S&P 500 right here? Talk about a crazy move that we've had. Traders, we are all the way back up near record highs. For anyone who does not know, the 52-week highs are right around 696. Traders, we're at 687. We are less than $10 away from the S&P 500 hitting a brand new record high on the year, on record high ever. Isn't that a little crazy to be thinking about? Because do you guys remember 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, everyone was saying, run for your life. Trump, Iran, oil, tariffs, AI bubble, whatever. Everyone get the heck out of here. Red alert, red alert. Guess what? We are all the way back on up near record highs. This is why the stock market is stupid. It is stupid because the majority of people who are in on the market chase. If the markets are down at lows, everyone said, get the heck out, save yourself. No, you buy in. Whenever you have a dip is the moment you buy. The moment you have the dip, the crash, the fade, the fall, that is when you jump on in. That's when you want to get yourself involved. That's when you guys want to be able to make yourself the money. So at some point, because I know not everyone bought when I bought. I bought on March 30th. I bought on literally the lowest day of the year. And some people are saying, Deck, why would you buy into a falling knife? Why would you, again, cut your hands on a bleeding knife? Yeah. Now, again, we're all the way back up towards record highs. It's the same exact thing people said last year when I bought in on the lowest day of the year, April 7th. Why would you buy in on a fall? Guys, this is not a penny stock. This is the S&P 500. This is not a penny stock. This is the S&P 500, traders. Okay? So we are, again, adding on the best of the best. Dip buys are sales. Traders, that's what's so fantastic. That's what's so amazing. So, I mean, this was great across the board. Let's go over and let's kind of do a little bit of morning, research. This is a little coffee time right now, guys. All right? What do we have? Going all the way back down to the bottom. Let me... all the way back on the bottom right here. Let's kind of start and work our way on up. What we have is SNDK is on its way to $1,000 per share. The number one stock of 2026. SNDK is on its way to $1,000 per share. SNDK hit new record highs yesterday and is now approaching $1,000. Both buyers and sellers will be watching for this next major move. SNDK is now up 246% since January 1st. Traders, this is kind of crazy to be thinking about. We know SNDK, this play was not only the number one stock in 2025, but it is the number one play so far in 2026. When are we going to see the big reversal? When are we going to see the big fall? When are we going to see the big fade? When we take a look over on SNDK, we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months in a row. 9 months in a row of climbing. 9 months in a row of spiking. If we want to go ahead and just type in SNDK on Google, let's just type in SNDK stock. Over the last 1 year alone, not year to date. Year to date, we're up 246%. But the last 1 year alone, SNDK is up 2,700%. Traders, that's insane. If you put $1,000 in on this play last year, you'd be up $270,000. If you put $10,000 in on this play, you'd be up $2.7 million. That's what's so insane about SNDK, the amount of money it's making people. So SNDK, how high can this go up to? Traders, I do think SNDK is going to break $1,000. I do think SNDK is going to go above that $1,000 region. I do. But I do think it's going to have trouble above $1,000. So, if I had to put a price, I would say around $1,100 is where put contracts are going to start coming on in. I think right around $1,100 is where shorts can start coming on in. I do think that is where we could start seeing a fade and a fall and a drop. That's where, again, we could start seeing a lot of money to be made. So, I definitely want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go on that. But regardless, if you're a buyer, if you're a shorter, if you're a seller, or just a spectator, SNDK is coming up to $1,000, up around, 2,700% in the last 1 year, already up 250% this year alone, and it's one of the top watch stocks at this moment. Now, what else do we have? We do have, again, growth sectors and stocks to watch in 2026. Growth sectors and stocks to watch in 2026, guys. Space stocks, defense stocks, optic stocks, and optics have probably been one of the best ones. One of the best plays, guys, has been right here, LITE. LITE is one of, if not the second best company in a 2026 behind SNDK. LITE, guys, is a beast. LITE has been insane, and LITE is trying to get up towards $1,000. And I do think, I actually don't know. I don't know if SNDK is going to have the spunk to get all the way up towards 1,000. I do think SNDK will. SNDK will. LITE does have room to fall, does have room to drop. Definitely could start getting some weakness coming up in the future. But other than that, though, guys, we have a lot of opportunity out there. We have space stocks, defense stocks, optic plays, energy plays, AI infrastructure stocks, fintech plays. There are plays that, of course, every single trader should be watching, should be aware of, that you guys are noticing, and make sure that you guys are all good to go. Okay? Now, what else do we have here? We do have Bloom Energy. Last night, Bloom Energy did come out with a partnership with Oracle. BE, Bloom Energy, went insane last night, traders. BE was sitting at around $160. It's now at $201. So having this partnership with Oracle is like a top 10 company in the world. So seeing BE partner up with Oracle, it rocketed this play up 13%. Stock went from 160 up towards around 201. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing. BE has been a very hot play that people like a lot. That one could continue to keep on going. Definitely a play traders are focused on. What else did we see at this moment? We are seeing again S&P 500. The S&P 500 climbed over 1% yesterday, now tracking record highs. This is what basically got us into this talk here today. The S&P 500, everything was green yesterday, which was weird because we didn't come up with any sort of an agreement with Iran. So it says stock futures are little changed on Monday night after Wall Street posted solid gains during the regular sessions. The S&P 500 closed and rose 0.08%. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 17 points, and NASDAQ 100 futures gained 0.2 points. So basically, we had a big gap down yesterday. We gapped down, we made back the gap down, spiked all the way on up, and then moved up overnight. So the S&P 500, if you guys believe this or not, we are back green on the year. Yes, traders, we are green on the year on the S&P 500. Everyone clap your hands, we did it. We have done it. We are back green on the year. So wherever you guys were at on January 1st, you guys are now slightly in the green from January 1st. Kind of nuts to be thinking about, right? Little heads on up, guys. Josh Gottheimer enters Microsoft. So if you guys want to see this, strike price $320, expiration date June 18th. He was one of the general managers of Microsoft, and now he's entering it. So he probably definitely has some connections. You know, he's doing a big buy order, about $1 million into Microsoft. Just a little heads up for every single person. Also, 12 most popular stocks on Wall Street Bets, highly mentioned. 12 most popular stocks at this time over on Wall Street Bets. Why does this matter? Because again, when people are talking about a play, guess what? Stocks could go crazy. Stocks could go on very big ripping and running and spiking and climbing. Right? So the thing is, 12 most popular plays: NVIDIA, AMD, Amazon, MU, AAOI, AHR, LWLG, Mara, Hut, Bexy, Lunar, Cat. These are, again, plays that are getting a lot of talk over on Wall Street Bets. Make sure you guys are just aware of them. Doesn't mean they're going to spike, but make sure you guys are aware of every single play. Traders, these are the best plays of 2026. Top performing stocks of 2026. SNDK is on top of the list, followed by LITE, followed by CIEN. So you guys do have SNDK, LITE, you have AI memory, AI optical, AI optical, AI memory, AI optical, AI memory. So the thing is, traders, I mean, guys, that's pretty cool to see. VRT right here, guys. Yep, VRT, this has been a good one. Still working itself on up, making traders a lot of money. BE, Bloom Energy, look at that one right there, and that's even up even more right now. So Bloom Energy, this one's going to be up even more at this moment. So it's, you know, a pretty popular list. We know, again, a lot about these plays here. You know, if that's SNDK, LITE, you know, VRT, BE, these are all AI still related plays. I know it seems like a little crazy. It's like, oh, no one really talks about AI anymore. AI is still super hot. And the thing is, it's AI optical, like, you know, how they see. You know, they're seeing now. Optical, you know, light, LiDAR, things like that. What else do we have here? Monopoly stocks. 10 companies which own their space. ASML, TSMC, Microsoft, Google, Visa. Again, just more of like a little fun post for you. You guys can check it on out. And then we kind of get into the news of today. SNYR, obviously, again, a stock that was moving on up, PMNT. But then we get into all the hot news. Now, what is the hot news of the day? What stocks are looking the best? What stocks have the best opportunity? We had a little NXPL news. NXPL received satellite. That was at 745 right here. Contracts valued at 400,000. Let's see if NXPL is getting a little bit of hype. A little bit of a spike on NXPL. A little bit of a pop right there. So a little bit of action, but let's see what we got going on. Let's go over AVNS. Traders, what do you guys notice right here? Let me move this off a little to the side. AVNS has the word acquires. Now, for anyone who does not know, when you get acquired or you acquire another company, you acquire them at a certain price. So whenever you acquire another company, you usually get acquired at a certain price, which means you're just going to move sideways all day. So I know sometimes when you see a very big spike, you get excited, but the thing is, you just spike to this price and then you just move sideways at this price. That's it. So AVNS is just moving sideways, 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 sideways. It's not going to move off that price. That is all. So I do want to make sure that you guys are fully aware and, again, understanding of that. What else do we have here? We do have, let me make this a little bit larger here. We do have WGRX. This one's a little bit smaller, 18-cent play. Does talk about a joint venture. So, WGRX, I really don't care about 18-cent stocks. Regardless, it is a play that's out there. Very small play, slow and steady mover. Traders are definitely looking at it. And then we also do have BTBD. BTBD was probably the best spiker this morning, where it did have a merger and a partnership. So BTBD, this play, had a merger and a partnership. Stock went from $1.68, spiked up to $2.65, down towards around $2.01. So this is a play here I definitely want to make sure every single person is aware of. What is this right here? XZO. Anything going on with XZO? This one looks a little interesting. No, XZO. I don't even know if that's live or whatnot. XZO. Yeah, that one's live, just has a $5 spread. I think right now we're actually pretty fine. I mean, guys, the AVNS is the best press release. We did have BTBD, and we also did have CMND. But CMND, that one also is coming back on down a little bit. So what's the best thing for us to do right now? Let's get ready for the 8 a.m. press release week. Let's try to make some money at 8 a.m. Right now, we went on the long side. We made we went on the long side. We made $80. We went on the short side. We won $231. So far, I have traded the two hottest press releases of the day. I traded BTBD, where the stock went from $1.70, spiked up to $2.60. And then again, I went after CMND, where CMND right here, the stock again went from, again, $1.50, spiked up to $2.50, now back on down towards $1.30. So the thing is, these stocks are going on big rips, big runs, big pops, big climbs, and I want you guys to be aware of that.
Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture. Now I am becoming
All right here, traders.
the destroyer of worlds.
Guys, can I also ask you guys a question? Who here, let's get the chat moving a little bit. Who here is excited for tonight? 7 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight, we are going to have some fun. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight, we are getting ready for the webinar. We have 500 people signed up to the webinar tonight. And guys, all I want, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be frank with you guys here. All I want is every person leaving 1 hour from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, I just want you to say, whew, I just learned as much as I possibly could in an hour. That's it. I want you saying, whew, I left knowing again as much as I possibly could. So, I mean, that's my goal. I want to overwhelm you with information. I want to give you so much info. You can take it, you can run with it, you can do whatever you want. So again, I will be sending every single person who signed up, I will be sending you guys an email tonight at 6 p.m. with the link so that you guys will be all set, ready to go. All right. So, I want to make sure you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Very excited to see what's going to be coming on up here next. But tonight's going to be an amazing day. Tonight's going to be a night of a lifetime. What I would say if I were you is, maybe turn it into a date. Maybe, again, hit your Tinder tonight, hit your Bumble tonight, hit your Hinge, your Grindr tonight. And say, hey, why don't you come over? And then your date says, oh, wow, that sounds fun. Yeah, what do you want to do? And it's like, oh, Sean Deckmar is going to be giving a free webinar. I got us 2 tickets to the webinar. And they say, oh, wow, that sounds exciting. Next thing you know, 30 minutes into the webinar, you guys are making out. Hey. I'm just trying to give you some good date ideas, all right? SNAL, PMNT, AVNS, SNYR. That's what I would do. If I was, again, if I had to meet my wife for the first time again, I would say, hey, why don't you come on over? I'm going to be hosting a webinar. And I would just have her sit over there for like an hour until I do the webinar. She would love it. Right, ladies? SNDK still trying to move itself on up. SNAL. Traders, SNAL, slow and steady as well. So SNAL, still slow and steady climber, still slow and steady, working its way on up, still trying to grind at this moment, doing what it does best. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, guys, I'm jacked up right now. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm slowly feeling like I'm transforming into a better man. We have 5 minutes until the 8 a.m. press release wave. Deck is about to get a little wild. I want to make another trade today. Yesterday, we made about 200 bucks. Hey. Nothing wrong with making 200 bucks, but it's not really going to get us back to where we want to be. I want to make $1,000 plus today. That's the goal. I don't care if it takes 10 hours. I don't care if it takes 10 minutes. I want to make, again, $1,000 today. Deck, would you ever short SNDK? I would. If SNDK gets above 1,100, I would look to short it. SNDK above 1,100, I would look to short it. So would I short SNDK at 980? No. I think there's too much strength here. I think it's a little too wild. I would be waiting for 1,100 and higher to do a short. Deck, can you mail the link already so that I can test it? Again, I sent it, as long as you got the email yesterday, you're all set, ready to go. Remember, I sent out this email yesterday, just a little heads up for every single person. So, every single person that signed up should have had this. So, how to become a full-time stock trader. The 2026 webinar has now been sold out, and you have locked in your seat. This email is a confirmation giving you instructions for tomorrow. This webinar will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be sending you a private link tomorrow at 6 p.m., aka today, though. You will have access to join the room at 6 p.m., but no commentary will start until 7 p.m. The webinar will not be recorded, but we do suggest taking notes and doing any recording you would like on your end. I have 1 hour to teach you as much as I can. I will not waste your time. We'll be going over strategy and the best way to become a full-time stock trader. Some information, maybe a review for experienced traders, but we will move more into advanced items later in the webinar. I have one goal for tomorrow night, aka tonight, and that's for you to leave saying, wow, I learned so much in such a short amount of time. I cannot wait. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, please email me at deckmartrades@gmail.com, and I'm happy to help you guys on out. So, let's make sure we are all set, ready to go. It is game time. Make sure you guys check your junk, spam, check that mail department over in your emails to make sure that you guys are all good. So traders, we are going to stay smart here. We got 3 minutes. Wake up! 3 minutes until the 8 a.m. press release wave. All right, team, let's get ready to do this. Let's get ready to go. Let's see here, traders. 8 a.m. press release wave in a minute and a half. There's nothing right now we absolutely love. So what's the best way to be prepared? Remember, the best way that I always like to stay prepared is number one, have your short locate box open and ready to go. So I always have my symbol ready to type out. Whatever stock starts spiking, I like to try to get shorts as quickly as possible. Why do I like to locate shares to short as quickly as possible? For anyone who does not know, it is because the longer you wait to locate shares, the more expensive they can become. If you locate shares right away, they're not in that high of a demand just yet. If you wait until everyone wants to short, that's when, again, the fee is going to be the most expensive. So I always like to have my short locate box open, ready to rock. I'm always watching the Fox Runner scanner. I want to be ready to go ahead and enter a trade, so I have a clear cut. Everything's empty. I could set it for limit orders right now, but I'm ready to trade. I'm ready to get after it. Don Vito, AVNS, that one had an acquisition. So AVNS, not going to do anything today. That's just going to move sideways all day, little heads up. Right now here, team, let's get ready to go. I'll be sending the link for tonight an hour in advance. So you will have the link an hour in advance. Little heads up. All right, guys, 8 o'clock press release wave. Here we go. Let's get ourselves pumped and ready to rock. Let's see what we can start seeing move. CRBP, Strategic Partnership, TPST. Placement, MNTS, guys. MNTS private placement actually had a little bit of a drop right there. A lot of times private placements usually lead to spikes. This one's leading towards a little bit of a dump. RLOR. Guys, ROLR is getting a little bit of hype right off the rip right here. This stock might go on a little bit of a pop and rip. ROLR, just little heads on up, talks about an agreement with Crypto.com enters over in a $1 trillion market. So again, an agreement with Crypto.com. Is there a chance that this one breaks $6 and takes on off? Potentially. So if that one starts, breaking $6 and starts getting a little bit of momentum, we might be able to see a little bit of hype over on that play. Over on ROLR, just little heads on up. Stay alert and ready on that in case that ever started happening. Traders, I'm going to enter 500 shares, only 500 over on ROLR, just to give it a chance to see if that one spikes. I'm going to give ROLR a chance just to see if that breaks again $6. I see it creeping on up. I see buying volume. I'm only going to do 500 shares. I'm not doing more than that, but I just want to give this a chance to see if this one breaks $6 and kind of goes on a quick little rip. Maybe up to 620, 630. So ROLR, I just want to see if we can get a little bit of a spike. I'm going to take profits if we start going up to like 620 or higher and just take a quick little gain, just little heads on up. So I'm in right now at 584. It's hitting $6. Let's see if this one gets a little pop on up here. Only 500 shares, but notice how ROLR is trying to grind. Guys, it's having trouble breaking $6. I'm going to take my gains right here. All right, I wanted to give that one a little chance. I went on the long side there, just made $75. Nothing crazy, nothing big. It still has the chance to squeeze. I just like the fact that we do have the word agreement, and we have over a $1 trillion market. So it didn't get the crazy $6 rip, but I wanted to just give it a chance in case it did turn into something crazy. That's why I only did 500 shares. Let's see if we have anything else going wild. MNTS, no. ROLR was the best one so far. Best one so far. And again, you could see definitive agreement with Crypto.com. So that's pretty cool. Is anything else going to start moving? AGYS. Guys, ROLR now starting to squeeze. Guys, there's the ROLR pop. Guys, there it is. There's the move. There's ROLR. What? Traders, it is the fact that we are finding these press releases too early. How insane is that? I've never thought that would be an issue in my life, that we are finding plays too quickly using Fox Runner. Is that an issue? It's almost like being a golfer and just being like, I'm hitting too many fairways. It's making me annoyed. It's annoying me that I'm just hitting every single fairway possible. It is the fact that, again, like, we are getting the news, I think, before the rest of the world sees it. Since we're getting the news so quickly, we're like, oh, hey, it's not spiking. But after a minute, after 2 minutes, after 3 minutes is when the rest of the world is finding it. So the thing is, I think we're just finding the news so fast here. We're getting the news so quickly before everyone else in the world that it's just like we just have to hold tight for a little bit. You know? So now, again, ROLR is spiking. Now ROLR is ripping. How high can this one go up to? I mean, guys, this one could take on off if it really wants to. If ROLR starts getting a little bit of that like buying volume, starts getting a little bit of that fire, this thing could get a little crazy. It really could squeeze. So ROLR, by far the best play right now. 650 is holding up as a little bit of resistance. Right now here, traders, 550 up towards around 650. Let's see if this thing can keep on going. And again, hey, I'm locking in little tiny baby gains. I'm not upset locking in little tiny baby gains, but obviously I'm looking to be able to make a little bit more, right? Let's throw on the VWAP indicator. Indicators right here. VWAP, let's see where we're at. VWAP indicator, that's back on down to 630-ish. So again, right around the 630 mark would be, again, the best possible dip buy opportunity for us if we want to get filled on a possible dip buy or a possible drop. I'd actually go a little bit lower. I don't mind going on the long side. I mean, I like this chart setup. That's the thing. I like this chart setup where it looks like it's breaking out of the 13 EMA and 50-day moving average. You guys get what I mean? It like definitely looks like we have a nice squeeze. You know what I mean right there? It's like a good looking setup. How low can we possibly go on down to? Can we crash on down to like 601? If we can crash on down towards like 601, 602, 603, I would look for quick little dips. Not saying, again, they're going to be incredible, but I would look for quick little dip buys. Came on down towards $6 there for a second. Can it get back above the VWAP area? Yeah, this does sound like familiar news. You know, is this the same news over on ROLR that led to the $2 to $30 rip? I feel like they're just repeating that same exact press release. Am I correct with that? Where if we look back in January, didn't January ROLR come out with this press release, almost the same exact one, and the stock went from $2 up to $30? And now, again, it came all the way back down towards around $2, and now it's trying to spike its way back on up here. Traders, if we drop on down towards the low $6 mark, I'm going to look for a quick... Let's see if it does it or not. I have some entries at 601. I'm going to cancel these right now. I really don't know what ROLR is going to do next. Let's see if it can keep on squeezing. If it keeps on squeezing, it might just get a little stupid. It might get a little wild. Let's see what happens here. I'm going hands up at this moment. ROLR still, again, looking for that next leg. Still, again, getting the buying volume. People are still excited about this play. Got up to 678. Let's see how much shares are to short. Let's just see how much shares are to short over on this play. Let's say, again, I type in on ROLR. I want to get 4,000 shares over on the stock. Oh, the stock is already shortable. So if stock is already shortable, that means it's free to short. No big fee whatsoever. That is not bad. We always love seeing that. When we get, again, you know, stocks that are allowing us to short, you know, without any sort of like repercussions, that's always nice. Maybe a little 690 entry, 694 entry, 697 entry. I think if we surround that $7 area, that could be pretty solid. Surround $7, looking for a little bit of a short. Surround $7, looking for a little bit of an entry on the downside. All right, guys, I'm going to look for shorts over on ROLR if this thing can pop on up towards 690, up towards $7. Let's see if ROLR could possibly do that. So, again, if this one could get a little pop, because this is a repeat press release, I did look to enter this short. Again, I jumped in at 585 this play. I was in so early. Now, if it spikes up 40, 50%, let's go ahead and look for a reversal on this play. So I'll look for a reversal if we get up towards around that $7 mark, guys, and we could be able to turn it around and start dropping back on down. We were able to win so far on, again, BTBD. We won over on CMND. We won over on ROLR. And right now, it's kind of small trades. Let's see if we can go ahead and make, you know, a nice $400, $500 trade and get us on the right, you know, idea, the right path here. So looking to see if we can get like one big upper shadow, go from there, see if we can be able to make some money here. ROLR, high of the day so far is 680. Yeah, the news partners. Yep. So again, this news is a repeat press release. Again, make sure you guys are aware of that. This is a repeat press release. This is not fresh and new. This is actually something that came out in January, led to a $30 spike. And it kind of seems like the company's like, hey guys, do you guys remember when we all got super rich? And they're like, yeah, we came out with a press release that says, again, we partnered with crypto.com. Hey, let's do the same exact thing again. Like, that's basically like what we have at this moment. Like, these people are like, hey, remember when we came out that press release? Yeah. Well, let's just put out the same press release again. Little heads on up. I did just get filled on 500 shares on my short at the price of, again, $6.94. Guys, little heads on up. I am getting filled on my short orders right now. As we are moving on up, I got 750 shares at $6.94 right now. So I am in on ROLR on the short side. Just the heads on up for every single person. I want to make sure that you guys are aware of this right here and right now. And I am looking to be able to keep adding on to this play a little bit, try to get filled, and then get a nice little reversal back on down. So I have my full entry in right now. Full entry is now in at the price of $7.01. $7.01 entry is now in. My entry is now full. Going to see if we get a reversal and get a nice drop. We do have ROLR. This is my full entry, my full play at this time. Looking for a reversal and a short back on down if we can get it. Let's see if we can get a reversal. Let's see if we can get a drop. I do have my full position at this time. Looking to see if we're going to be able to fall back on down towards, sub $7 and be able to start cracking back on down towards some lower areas. Right now, I am in on this play at this time, though. Keeping a close eye on this. Don't want to allow this to kind of get, too crazy or too away from me. I do have, again, over at this time, I do have shares that I could add, but I really don't want to at this moment. I don't want to just keep on adding. I do like this play and where it's at. We got up towards a high of 737. You guys can see I'm currently down 280 bucks right now. Let's see if we can get a crack back underneath $7, be able to get some weakness, and then eventually fade back on down towards like 670s. So if we can fade back underneath $7 with, again, 1,700 shares, that's a nice, overall entry right there, and be able to see if this stock can be able to crack. I'm buying the stock at a high of the day, next to $7 resistance, up about 40%, looking for a reversal. Let's see what we can get over on this one. I am looking at the level 2, obviously. I am looking at the chart, obviously, and again, watching to see what my entry is going to be able to do for us. So in on this play right here and right now. See if we can crack $7. Main support is going to be back on down towards around 675, 678. That's going to be the next main support line. Also, the VWAP is going to be at 670s. So again, most likely we're going to want to take profits somewhere in the high 670s if we can actually fall down there. But right now we're actually still moving ourselves on up. So I got to be careful over on this play. If I have to get out, I get out, move on, and just accept the loss. Right now, we're still going. How much higher is this thing going to get up towards? That's the big question here, traders. I am not adding right now. Not adding whatsoever at all. I would only add at a high. Damn, stock again did just get a little bit of squeeze. Does have that little possible top here. Still looks like it's moving on up here. 830. I am going to add the second half of this position if this stock again spikes on up a little bit more. Only all the way on up, though. Because, again, the thing that's also keeping me in this play, I'm going to be honest with you, I usually am out by now. I am usually out by now. Why am I not out right now? I'm going to be completely frank. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to be completely straight up with you. The reason why I'm not out right now is this is a repeat press release. This is not fresh. This is not new. This is not something that people are saying to themselves, oh, wow, I can't believe this has happened. This has already happened before. That's why, again, it's a little tough for me to be able to be like, oh, let me get out and move on from this play, because it's something that we have already seen completely. We've already seen this completely. Like, we already saw this. This is a fake news in a way, but it's just momentum right now. It's momentum. The stock is still moving. The stock is still growing. There's still nothing wrong with this play. It's still a good play, so I have to still respect it 100%. But I'm just going to let this trade kind of rock right now for the moment. Yeah, $1 trillion in the PR is the trick. You're not wrong there. That is kind of like the trick. It's saying $1 trillion. So right here, ROLR. We will see how much more is left in the tank over on this play. What is absolutely fantastic is I actually bought ROLR, guys. Where did I buy ROLR? I mean, you guys already know. I got myself involved on this play. I bought this play at 585. 585, 583. I mean, we were in on this play so damn early. And it's kind of crazy to be thinking about how early we were in on the stock. And it's because, again, we saw it the moment it came on out. Now, ROLR here, traders, this is one of those plays that every single trader is running over towards and saying, oh, wow, ROLR it came on up right here over on Fox Runner. So where is that at, guys? 8 o'clock. ROLR, right here, right? Talks about this definitive agreement with Crypto.com. Pretty wild, pretty crazy to be thinking about. So, ROLR, that is a repeat press release. I'll add if that play spikes on up towards $8 plus. Right now, that is my main play, looking for a drop back underneath $7. It is a repeat press release. I'm usually, again, 99% of the time, I don't hold this long. I don't hold like down 60, 70 cents. I just really don't like it that much after like a 50% spike. I liked it right at the beginning to spike 40, 50%, but I really don't believe it's going to be able to spike 100, 200%. So that's kind of why I don't mind giving this one a little bit of a longer like hold. Could I be wrong? 100%, guys. I'm not like Nostradamus. I can't predict the future, but I'm going to just try to be able to add at like 840, 850, go from there. Yeah, usually, again, repeat press releases are more pump and dump, or on top of that, they usually like pump on up and then come out with the offerings in the future. But right now, I'm in the red. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. CERO, what's going on with here? This is a CERO. This is only a 12-cent stock. No, I don't even care about it. 12-cent play. Don't really care about that play. Not even worth it for me. Right now, 4 trades already today. Hey, traders, can I ask, is there anyone here that is buying ROLR? Is there anyone here that's on the long side of ROLR? Is there anyone right now saying, hey, Deck, I've made money all the way from $5.80, all the way up to $6, all the way up to $7. All right here, traders. So we are giving this a little bit of time. ROLR still, again, an absolute beast move. We'll see what happens over on this play coming on up. Holding this one tight for a little bit. And it's fun to get the morning going. Got the cup of coffee in the system. Veins are again boiling with nothing but black coffee at this moment. ROLR currently at 47%. Watching to see if this play is going to be able to hold and continue to spike. Right now, again, we are sitting with an entry with 1,500 shares at the price of $7.01. We need about a 47-cent drop, get ourselves back in the green. So far, the stock has moved $2.40. Off again, repeat news. Let's stay tuned here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stay tuned. And as always, congrats to everyone making some money. We do have OBAI, which did just come out with a partnership as well. OBAI in routes to content its partnership. Guys, we are seeing ROLR with a little bit of that squeeze again. Let's see if ROLR is going to be able to break. Now, again, I kind of wanted to squeeze on up towards that 850 mark so I could bring up my cost base. It's a huge chunk of change, as I said. Guys, here's a little bit of that squeeze. Let's see if we can be able to get our top entries up towards around that 850 area and then be able to get that big reversal down. That should bring our cost basis all the way up towards around like, 775, which is going to be way more reasonable. But the thing is, we're going to have to go a little deeper in the red to be able to get higher entries, to be able to bring our cost basis on up, to be able to see a reversal back on down. So far, we got up towards 822 so far. 822 so far. We kind of want to see this quick little squeeze all the way on up over on ROLR. And I mean, hey, buyers, keep doing your thing. How high do I think this can go up to? 875 would be our next target. 875 would be your next target over on ROLR. Just a little heads up for you guys. Got up towards 840 so far. So we are still going. I am bringing up my cost basis at this time. 840. Here comes a little bit of that short squeeze area. 850. All right, guys, cost basis. Look at this, guys. Cost basis is now 773. I have now brought my cost basis up 73 cents from the price of, again, 701 to now 773. So just a little heads on up. all I need at this point is now the stock to get to this area. So again, I did just bring up my cost basis as we did just spike on up towards around that 850-ish mark. As I said, I would bring up my cost basis. And now let's see after the squeeze if we could be able to get a reversal. So instead of waiting for it to come all the way down to $7, me adding up near highs is now again bringing my cost basis up towards around 773. So now I do have a new cost basis at this time, the 773-ish mark. And we're going to see, you know, hey, can we be able to finally get this little reversal coming up here in the near future? That's what we want. We want to see, again, this reversal. We want to see if this stock can turn and drop. We want to see if we can get a little bit of this feed. We want to see, again, hey, you know what? Once we get the one red candle, we'll be able to get ourselves back into the green. That's just what it comes on down to at this point, is that we keep raising up our cost basis because we just want to see, hey, if we keep raising up our cost basis, once that red candle comes, we're going to be able to get ourselves back into the green. And once that red candle does come, we could be able to see that nice reversal. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Now, yes, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be straight up with every single person. It is never a good idea just to keep adding to losses, adding to losses, adding to losses, adding to losses, and hoping that you do get that reversal. That's never a good idea. But I'm saying again, when it comes down to like a play like ROLR, where we have these quick spikes, these quick rips, these quick runs, we will at some point get that momentum shift where all of a sudden it does fade back on down, you know, $1. If we spike $3.30, if we spike 75%, how often do we see a stock go up 75% to giving back nearly everything? How often do we see a stock spike up 100% and give back again 50%? So that's the only reason I'm doing this. I'm usually not the type of person to be able to say, hey guys, just keep adding to losses. It's just the fact that I don't trust ROLR, and when it does turn and dump, I think it will turn and dump. So again, this is getting a little rambunctious right now, I'm going to be honest with you. But at the same time, I'm throwing it out there for everyone. So right now, we do have a cost basis of 773. We had a cost basis at 690. We had a cost basis of 701. Now we have a cost basis of 773. Last area to add, as I think, would be up towards around that, right up here, towards this top area here, traders. And now, again, we have a cost basis of $8. All right, team. Can we get a reversal? I will not be adding any more, though. Traders, we got to see this thing, you know, get the reversal at this point. So far, again, ROLR has just been moving itself on up. We have to get that reversal at this point. If not, you know what? That's where I have to eventually cut out. So if we do not get the reversal here soon, I will eventually have to cut out and just say, hey, it is not working. And I am shocked. Traders, I might have to take a loss here. I might have to take a good size loss right here. And this sucks! Because the thing is, I am shocked that this play is still going on a rip and run. I am shocked that this play is still, again, spiking the way it is. This absolutely sucks right now, traders. You are watching your boy Sean Deckmar right now get absolutely beat and absolutely fucked! So right now, ROLR right now, let's see if this play, what is it going to be doing next? Because this thing is absolutely toasting me. Yes, guys, it's roasting me. I am, again, on a little pig rope, getting, again, just turned over a fire, getting my ass absolutely barbecued at this moment. Squeezed out like a little short right now. So ROLR, I am getting toasted on it. This play has gone up higher than I have ever expected. 100% over on ROLR. Can we see a reversal at any point? We have now gone all the way from 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, all the way on up towards 975. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Now, again, what do we do? We add more. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Guys, let's be honest. This play right here, ROLR, if I got to take, again, a little bit of a loss, I take a loss and move on. And, again, that's all I can do. But can we see a reversal here? This play, I want to see one. And I don't know if I'm going to get out until I see a reversal. Okay? I don't know if I will get out. I am too gassed up on nothing but caffeine and pre-workout right now. I'm too gassed up right here, traders. So right now at this moment, guys, we're still trying to spike. I might have to get out. My finger's on the trigger. At some point, we have to think about our families. At some point, I got to think about my child. Deck, you have a kid? No. But if I did have a kid, he'd be pissed off at me right now. So at some point, finger is on the trigger right now. Can we get that upper shadow? Can we get that reversal? I know it is. This is the only reason I held it this long. It's because it's a press release that has already come out. It's a press release we have already seen. That's why I'm shocked by it. I'm shocked by it because it's a press release that we've already seen multiple times. And it shouldn't be exciting. It shouldn't be this appealing to traders. And that's kind of what I'm saying right now. So right now at this moment, Deck is still in on this play. And he's partially crying on the inside as hundreds of people watch and judge him. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. Let's see. Now, the good news is, if is the magic word, if a reversal can come, if a drop actually happens, this play could crash as fast as it spikes. If we start going on down to 875, 850, I mean, there's a chance that we could fall all the way back down to the VWAP of $8, which is essentially what we need. So again, this is not, in my eyes at this point, in my eyes at this point, it's not about getting into the green, to be frank with you. It's more about, again, limiting this loss to as little as possible. Okay? That's more about kind of what this trade is right here. So right now, ROLR, stock right now, trying to, again, stay alive. Doing everything I can. Staying emotionally sound. Staying extremely good looking. Here we go. ROLR here, team. You guys can see I'm in on 4,500 shares. This is a $41,000 investment. Looking for this stock to absolutely just crap itself at some point. And right now here, traders, could we start a little bit of a reversal? Could we start a little bit of a fade? Could we start a little bit of a drop? Could we see again underneath $8 and we start getting this weakness back on down? Start fading and falling. So we did just go to all the way up towards 985. Now again, someone said, hey Deck, look at the past chart history pattern. Why don't you just close your broker and walk away? And what they're referring to is, traders, this stock went crazy and it came all the way right back down to where it started of $2. Does anyone here think that in the next, let's say, 1-2 days, this stock could be all the way back down to $2? Does anyone believe that? Does anyone believe that in the next 1 or 2 days, ROLR could be all the way back down to $2 to $3? I 100% understand your train of thought. But in this present moment of 8:26 in the morning, I have no idea if this play is going to go up to $14. I have no idea if this play could spike on up towards, again, $500. I have no idea. So the thing is, yes, do I think ROLR is going to give back all of its gains? In time, yes, it will. But it might take away my entire account before I do it. Guys, I traded with about $100,000. Right now, I'm down $5,000. So the thing is, team, this is, again, a normal trade. It's not a normal trade. Let's not get crazy here. This is, again, a little bit of a loss here. But at the same time, it's part of the game. If I want to make $5,000 on the day, I got to be willing to, again, be able to lose $5,000. If I want to make $10,000, you got to be willing to go through some swings every now and then. So if I'm going to show my wins, I got to show a loss. And who knows? Maybe, again, we can do something crazy here. Maybe, again, all of a sudden an offering comes on out. Maybe, again, people realize it is a repeat press release. Maybe, again, something crazy happens. We'll only see. Only time will tell. But again, so far in the year, we're up about $30,000. Right now, if we get out right now, we're down $5,000. We're only up about $25,000. Now, is there a chance that a possible squeeze happens? There's a little bit of this bull flag pattern. What do you guys think? Help me out here. What do you guys think right here? Could that bull flag pattern squeeze on up to $10? Or are we going to actually start seeing that reversal back down towards the VWAP? So right now, it's coming on down slightly. Still sitting right around $9. $9 is the support line. And again, the issue would be if $9 holds, there could be that one green candle where it just flies all the way back. Traders, I don't know if I trust this play. I want to see it crack $9, but there's a chance that this thing just gets the big bull flag pattern squeeze, and that's going to be where it like hurts the most. There definitely will be little random pops here and there. I would not be shocked by it, but you guys could see this is like the little flag pattern that I'm talking about, where traders might try to squeeze this on up. This is the little flag pattern that I'm talking about. So this is like, you just have to be aware of this as a shorter. Do you want to see $9 crack? Absolutely, if we're shorting this play. But at the same time, that little flag, that little pennant, that little wedge could still be a little bit of the demise. So we got to see $9 crack, start fading back on down, start getting some weakness. Oh boy. Traders, let's see if we can get actually that fade. Start going into that bearish category of this play. Where would, again, bearishness be? Back on down towards like 850, 860. And again, I'm sitting on this play. I'm more trying to just limit my loss. I don't think I have to sit here and be like, hey guys, this play is I'm going to go in the green. You know, I wouldn't get in the green until about a whole nother dollar drop on this play. Now, again, the stock has spiked nearly $4. We could easily fall back on down towards around the VWAP of $8. But I think if I, again, get myself back sub $2,000, an $1,800 loss, a $1,700 loss, I think that's a great place to kind of just get out. You know what I mean? If I can get myself back down to like a $2,000 loss, it's like, hey, you know what? That's fine. You know, you kind of worked yourself out of that a little bit. So let's see if we can get some weakness. See if we can be able to fade on down. It is the 8:30 press release right now. I went after this trade. Can't say the kid doesn't have some heart. Kid's got a little spunk. Kid's got a little fire in him. He's willing to throw some money out there. So right now, ROLR. Still watching to see if we can be able to fade and fall. 875 trying to hold up as a little bit of that support line. 875, little bit of support. Yeah, if a new hot press release comes out and the mob shifts to a different play, that's where, again, would also be very helpful for me. So basically, just a little heads on up, if something else takes the place of ROLR, that was a little bit of a random spike right there. If something else takes the place over on ROLR, that's where, again, some big buying volume can kind of move on in and people can get excited. ROLR, little 875 bounce. 875 bounce right here. Traders, I think I'm just going to move on from this play. I'm trying to think to myself. Thinking out loud. Deck, you're up $30,000 this year. If you take this loss right now, you're going to be up around $24,000 this year. That's not the worst thing in the world, right? People would love to be in your position to still be up 20 grand on the year. The worst thing that you can possibly do right now, Deck, is lose $10, $15, $20,000 on one trade. You're giving them back 3 months of work on one trade. Is that worth it to you? I would say the answer is no. So the thing is, can I make back 5 grand? Yeah. If you give me a few days, if you give me a good hot week or 2 weeks, you know, we could be able to easily make this back. But I can't make back probably 10, 15, 20 grand. So I think, again, if this one does not crack $9 soon, lock it up, accept your loss, give yourself a reason to be able to keep on going, and don't be a person that just keeps getting squeezed out. Guys, I am out and I am moving on. I'm out, I'm moving on. Not going to get squeezed. Pull the trigger out of this play before the squeeze. Out of this trade before this thing goes buck wild. 100% out, getting out of this play. So, let's talk about it here, team. ROLR. I just took a loss on this trade. ROLR. Stock went on a nice move. ROLR. This was a play that got a little bit too crazy, a little too fast, and a little bit too wild. But you know what I thought to myself? I said, hey, you know what, Deck? Sure, you're going to take a solid loss here, but this is all, of course, money you've made. You're not down in the red, losing more and losing more and losing more. You are, again, a person that's jumping in on this play, trying to make more money, because that's what you do. You're a day trader. You're a stock trader. You, again, get filled on these plays. You make this cash. You make this money. This is what you do as a trader. So the thing is, you got to roll with the punches a little bit. I'm not going to be upset in any shape or form for taking a loss on a trade. If someone's like, Deck, does it hurt to take it? No, it's free money, baby. This is all house money. Guess what? That comes around. So I went after a trade. I'm happy I went after that trade. Took a loss, got a little bit of a spanking, but somehow, again, when you spank me, I get turned on a little bit. So all good. Now, again, we get ready for what's next. Now we say, what's coming on up for that next possibility? But yes, I will always show my losses, guys. If I show my wins, I got to show my losses. You know what I mean? If I'm a person that says, hey, guys, check out how much money I win, I also got to be a person that says, hey, guys, look at this. I took a loss today. You know? So that's kind of what's coming on down to at this moment. So ROLR. Now, I will say, guys, in April has been by far the toughest month for me. April has not been easy in any sort of shape or form. And that's kind of why I want to do a multi-day hold. And kind of like, that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Because look at this, guys. ROLR. Stock again came on out right here. Stock came on out here, traders. ROLR came out with an agreement. And the moment it came out with this agreement, Crypto.com enters over a $1 trillion market, low float, 279,000. Stock goes on this absolutely beautiful rip and run. I waited. I gave it chances. I am not going to blow up my entire year's profit. I'm not going to, again, be a person that's going to give away my entire account. Yes, at some point, you got to move on. Now, guys, let's be honest. In the next hour, this stock could be all the way down towards $8. In the next hour, this stock could be all the way down at $7.50. And again, someone will say, hey, Deck, if you kept on holding to your trade, you would have been in the green. That's because we're seeing it now an hour later. But what could happen? Could this play easily break $10? Yeah. Could this play easily break 11 or 12 or 13? Absolutely. So is it worth it for me to go down $100,000 just to get myself back to even? I'd rather cut out right now. Rather cut out right now and say, you know what? It's not working for me. Let me move on and become a better trader. You know? So, being open, honest, and upfront with everyone right here. A little bit of a beating, but ROLR is still high watch and high alert. ROLR, a little bit of a crazy one, a little bit of a wild one, and a little bit of a fast, nuts one there. 8 a.m. press release wave. Stock is still getting that momentum towards the upside. What I think I do want to do, guys, is get ready for this SNDK possibility coming up in the future. SNDK, do I think that's going to break 1100? Absolutely. Traders, let's see what else we have going on. I think it's all focused, though, over on ROLR today. Guys, let's do some charting together over on ROLR. Charting, ROLR. What would you guys say? What do you guys think? I think, at this moment, we do have some strong resistance going across the top of the board right here. $10. $10. Strong resistance going across the board. Boom. Then what else do we have here? We have higher lows. What would you guys say ROLR is doing at this moment? We are building a higher low setup. ROLR, this stock is bouncing. This stock is bouncing. You guys have top resistance. You guys have top resistance. We are having a wedge pattern. So again, what we have here is, let's just type in an ascending triangle wedge pattern. So what would be an ascending triangle wedge pattern? What I would be seeing is, I think you guys could agree, it would be something along like this line, where this does have a chance to kind of go either way. Like, something like this, ascending triangle. Would you guys not agree that this is pretty similar? Move itself on up, and then we basically have two options here. It's either going to get tighter inside this wedge and break on out, or it's going to get tighter in this wedge and start crashing on down. That is the main image I see. That is the main idea that I see. That is, again, how I want you guys to be focusing on this play. So LITE, it just comes on down to top resistance and bottom support. So I just want to type this out for every single person. ROLR is where every trader is focused this morning. You will want to watch for which direction the ascending triangle wedge pattern moves to. So I want to post this right here. And then I do want to just get a little bit of an uptrend or an image here. Deck, do you ever again get upset when you take losses? Guys, like that's one of the worst things I think you can do. Let's be honest here. Let's just be completely open and honest with each other. Okay? Is it fun whenever I take a loss? No. Would I rather make money than lose money? 100%. But at the same time, guys, I can't do this job and expect that I'm never going to have a loss. Like, that's just unrealistic. So for me to get upset every single time I have a loss is just absolutely useless. Again, I love playing golf. It would be like every time I miss a putt, do I get upset? No, you're not going to hit every single one of them. Every time I shoot a three-pointer, am I going to get upset? No. No, yes, sometimes you might have a bad game or you might have a couple bad shots, and that happens. You figure it out and you go back into it. But again, it's all about training your mind to be like, hey, hold on a second. First things first is we're up $30,000 on the year. Second things second is you went after a trade that was a repeat press release. Third things third is, again, you kept adding on this play to be able to get a better cost basis. You didn't do many bad things. The stock just went higher than what you expected. Now, Sean, you did do one bad thing, is that your wins today are $70, $80, $300. Your loss shouldn't be $7,000. So again, I do have to critique myself. I do have to be honest with myself. I do need to, again, put myself down because I got to teach myself. I can't just say, hey, you did everything right. It's the stock market's fault. No. You know, maybe, again, I shouldn't have added too much. Maybe I should have had that quicker stop loss. Maybe I should have done this or that. You know what I mean? So it's all about a mindset. Now, something that also helps me out as well is that this is kind of my mindset also, is that whenever I take a loss, guys, you know, if I take $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 in losses, that just means that that's money that, you know, I don't use now to now, like, you know, take my wife out on a date or go on a vacation. Or she says, hey, you know what? I would really like to spend time with each other and go to the movies. Nope, not anymore. Hey, I want to go get a dinner together and talk. Nope, not anymore. Just lost $7,000. So when I take a loss, it doesn't affect me at all. It affects her. You know, and that's a very easy way for me not to worry about taking a loss because it doesn't affect me in any way. Now I just hang out at the couch. You know, we have a night in. No big deal. You know? Guys, I'm only kidding. Okay, geez Louise. Can we have some comedy around here? Can we have a little humor every now and then? Do you guys mind if we just, like, you know, make a little joke every now and then? Let's see if this thing holds its uptrend. Let's see if it was a repeat. Let's figure this out. Was this a repeat press release? ROLR. Let's take a screenshot of this. ROLR, taking a screenshot right here, which is saying High Roller Technologies, definitive agreement with Crypto.com, enters over $1 trillion US prediction market. Okay, this is the one. Now let's go back to the one in January. Where was that one at here, team? We want to take a look. Let me actually go back all the way to old news. I got to go all the way back to old news right here over on ROLR. I got to find it. Someone posted January one. Oh, here it is. Okay. So traders, these are the two press releases that we have. I found it. All right. Is this a repeat press release is the question. Here is the first one that came out today. It says High Roller, aka ROLR, executes a definitive agreement with Crypto.com to enter over $1 trillion. This is the other one. Says High Roller partners with Crypto.com to enter the rapidly growing prediction markets. Is this the same press release or not? It says High Roller executes definitive agreement. Executes means it has happened. High Roller's partners with Crypto.com. It has happened. This came out January 14th. This came out this morning. I don't know. It seems like the same exact press release to me. Seems like the same exact thing to me. Seems like nothing's really changed to me. I don't see any change whatsoever. So to me, it looks like a press release. To me, it looks like a press release. So ROLR, let's keep this on watch. Guys, give me 2 seconds right here. Want to make sure that we're all set, and I will be right back on the mic. Just give me 1 moment. We'll be ready to rock.
Survival.
traders right now at this time. ROLR still holding its gains, still one of the best plays out there. We are staying alert. We are staying ready to go here. ROLR, definitely a play that we are going to be staying on top of. And this is going to definitely get a little nuts here today, traders. I mean, this is just the one play. So ROLR here, team. This one is still trying to stay inside this, wedge. And that's the biggest thing. It is going to be, can this wedge be able to hold? Is this wedge going to get tighter and tighter and tighter? And if this wedge can get tighter, are we going to be able to get that next leg? Can we be able to get this like big squeeze here? So it kind of comes on down to which way is going to crack, which way is going to be able to get the buying, which way is going to get momentum. I know some people are probably thinking, Deck, you're going to jump it back in over on ROLR, and most likely no. I'm probably going to, again, say, hey, you know what? Not going to allow that one to, hurt me or take away any more funds. I want to be a smart trader, kind of wait for a better trade, not revenge trade, not be emotional behind any sort of trades whatsoever. So here, team, at this moment, if we wanted to break this thing on down and we head on over to the premium news section, we know the best of the best is clearly ROLR. ROLR talks about, again, that a definitive agreement with Crypto.com, which has led to this absolutely awesome breakout. Now, on top of that, PMNT, though, is considered the number one top gainer. There's actually top gainers above ROLR. We do have PMNT. We do have SNAL. So, PMNT, this stock does not have any sort of news that I see at this time. PMT, maybe it had some news last night, but it's a very small play, 20 cents up to 60 cents. SNAL has gone from 38 cents up to 77 cents. ROLR is obviously the biggest and the best. ROLR is a great play. And again, one of the big things about it is it does have such a great chart pattern. It has a 13 EMA 50-day moving average squeeze pattern, which has led to so many traders, again, getting excited about this play. Now, what would be like the next main target over on the stock? If this play continues to spike, it could go all the way up towards around $11.75 to $12. That's kind of like the next main target. $11.75 to $12 are the next main ideas here. Okay? So ROLR here, traders. Let's make sure we're staying alert. Let's make sure we're staying ready. We still have, again, this 1 minute time frame, and really all I would do if I were you is just play this wedge. Don't do anything other than this wedge, which means what? As long as we hold on this uptrend, you are technically good to go. If you're underneath this red line, though, you are considered bearish. So really, again, let me kind of just type this on out right here. You do have this side is considered bearish. If you're underneath this red line, you are still considered bearish. But if you get above this line, that is where you're considered bullish. So bearishness underneath, bullishness is above. Bearishness you can always put in red. Bullishness I like to put in blue. Boom. Now, what else are we going to be looking for between this bearish and bullishness? We also have our bearish and bullishness right here. If we do start going underneath the VWAP, that is going to be considered bearish. Where we have weakness, that's where we start fading. If we can stay above this area, and it's kind of hard for me to put, but again, if we stay above this area, this is where we are going to still be considered bullish. So basically, what I want you guys to gauge is that we are going to be having our times of strength and our times of weakness. We have our bullishness is going to be above, bearishness is underneath. And I kind of want to draw this out. I'm trying to give you guys the greatest understanding of this. So basically, what I want out of every single trader is if we, again, keep hitting this top and we fall, that's bearishness. Hitting that top and fall, that's bearishness. Hitting that top and we fall, that's bearishness. But if we break out of this area eventually, that's where bulls are going to come on through. Now, we also have our bullishness. Why is it bullishness? Because we are bouncing right here. Why is it bullishness? Because we are bouncing right here. Why is it bullishness? Because we are bouncing right here. Now, obviously, bearishness would be if the stock, again, continues to fall and fade right here. So I know it's a little much. So it's a little crammed in there. But you guys can get like the idea, the sense of, how the stock can basically work. and understanding, hey, you know, like this is what makes sense. So if you just wanted to make it as easy as possible, bullishness is anything that breaks out above it. Bearishness is going to be anything that cracks underneath it. Right now, stock is trying to hold up as support. Stock is just going back and forth between these two lines, and everyone is watching ROLR at this moment. So ROLR is just the play that the majority of traders are focused on. We know, again, top resistance right here, top resistance right here, top resistance right here. We know that our main support line is going to be bounce play right here. Have a little bit of a bounce up there. There's a little bounce right there. There's a little bounce right there. So we do have our areas of support. We do have our areas of resistance. And right now it just comes on down to, are we going to see that squeeze to the upside? Or are we going to see that crack and that drop on down? So, ROLR, which way is going to win? ROLR still inside its wedge pattern. Here is an easy visual to understand buyers and shorters. All right here, traders. Bang, bang, bang. ROLR, want to make sure you guys are all good. Kind of see, let's see what happens as well. I mean, you know, what I honestly do believe is going to happen is we are going to see much more hype and excitement right now in pre-market. I don't know if we're going to see as much hype. I don't know if we're going to see as much excitement during the actual day. And the reason why I say that is because, ROLR right here, we might get halted a lot during the day. Momentum might slow down during the day. You know what I mean? Right now here, traders, we're staying alert. ROLR, all eyes, all attention, all focus over here. Guys, I am so fired up for tonight's webinar. Tonight, it's webinar time, baby. Tonight, it is the time that all I want to do is give you guys the most education that I can possibly give. Tonight, all I want to do is give a 60 minutes of just non-stop, action-packed, overwhelming education and just give it to you. That's all I want. I just want to give it to y'all. So, I'm taking time out of my evening, time out of my night. I'm not, again, you know, it's 100% free for the 500 people that signed up. And I just want to teach. I just want to go. I just want to help you out. I just want to make you guys a better trader. So for every single person that, again, signs up or has signed up and comes on out here tonight, I'm so excited. I'm going to give you guys absolutely everything I can. Not waste your hour, invest your hour so for you to become a much better trader. Sound good? So let's do that together. That is going to be so much fun and so great. This tonight is going to be so fantastic. Oh, baby. Hoagie with a big old $3 donation. Shout out to, again, Hoagie for a $3 donation. I just need about actually, I need $6,000. 6,000 more of these and we'll be good. Hoagie, you are the absolute man. Some people say, hey, Hoagie, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of your good looks, your amazing stamina, your athletic build, your superhero body physique. And you just say, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. That's the type of man Hoagie is. Shout out to you, buddy. Thank you so much for the $3 donation. Let's have a great day ahead. So right now, ROLR still watching this play. Going to be the #1 play of the day. Guys, ROLR starting to creep its way on up. Guys, at any moment, this is just like one of those stocks that all of a sudden in a blink of an eye it squeezes. Next target up towards $12. Next target's going to be $11.75, $12. Tighter and tighter and tighter inside of its wedge pattern right now. Is there any other play people are focused on other than ROLR? I just want to kind of double check here. PMNT? No. SNAL? No. AVNS? No. TVTX? No. SANA? No. BEG? No. Guys, it is the ROLR show today. That's what it is. It is the ROLR show today. We just hit a brand new high of $10. We just spiked on up and just got rejected right at that $10 mark. Little heads on up. ROLR is still hitting $10. Big rejection. Still slow and steady grinding. Still slow and steady holding itself on up.
Phase. Agreement. Phase. Contract. Contract.
Guys, we do have awarded $1.5 million. WYY. Nothing there. See, expanded six-figure contract, CYAB. Guys, CYAB small pop. CYAB, very small pop.
Success.
ASNS successfully deploys. All right, we're fine right now. Nothing going too crazy. Couple, again, voice alerts, as you guys know, but everything's good. ROLR is still trying to hold on up. Guys, you guys think ROLR is about to crack here soon? We did have, again, large upper shadow, ROLR, large upper shadow. What is this one going to be doing next here? Also, yes. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, aren't we supposed to hear from the PDT guys today? Aren't we supposed to hear from the SEC today? Are we going to hear from the SEC saying, hey, traders, it's game time? Let's see what we get. So imagine if the PDT rule gets taken out like today. How insane would that be? Guys, don't forget, I do have AMPX as my long-term investment trade. AMPX, guys, this is a play that I've been sitting on since October. This is my golden goose egg of the year. Now, I have called out before Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab, who remembers when I called out Rocket Lab? It was at $12. It is now at $100. I have called out before IONQ at around the price of $15. It ran up to $80. I have called out before a few kind of really big major winners. And right now, as you guys know, I have been sitting on AMPX since October. Where's my entry over on AMPX? I currently have an entry at $12 over on AMPX. And now again, it's up towards $18.80. So we're up a little over $7,000 over on AMPX at this moment, which is great, right? But we're looking for that $20 breakout. If we can start breaking $20, AMPX can really start getting on that move. I love this higher low setup. I love, again, what we're building. I love how we broke through, again, $15. We came up to 20 established resistance. Now we're looking to break through $20. AMPX is still my golden goose egg of 2026. It's still my favorite play for, again, kind of a risky long-term investment. I am still sitting on that entry right around $12. I have not gotten off that, and I'm still, again, staying smart. So, everything right now, staying alert. Make sure we're all good. Alish Max, oh my goodness. Over again in the Tradecaster community. Thank you so much. Alish Max just donated $10 saying thank you. Hey, thank you so much. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for the live donation right here. It is just incredible. I love giving compliments when I see, again, a donation because I want you to know that you deserve it. But when I talk about beauty, I think of you. That is how special you are to me. Beauty is a word that can only scratch the surface of you. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the donation. ROLR right now here, traders, starting to test the bearish side. People will start be looking for shorts here, looking for the sell-off. We do have ROLR right now, trying to see, is this play going to be able to hold on up? ROLR right now, is this play going to be able to stay alive? Is this play going to be able to hold on up? ROLR, we want to see, can this play be able to get that dip buy, that bounce play, that next leg on up here? So ROLR, there's going to be a little battle. People are going to be buying right now, and people are going to be shorting right now. Now, again, I am not doing anything at this moment here, traders. Right now, again, I took a loss over on ROLR. You guys know it. You guys see it. At the same time, I want to make sure we're being as smart as we possibly can, and I got to get ready for a big night tonight. I got to get ready for a big night tonight with the webinar. Going to be incredible. Going to be insane. And I'm so excited for it. ROLR still, again, holding on up. We got 25 minutes until the market even opens on up here, traders. But I do want to open up the floor real quick because we know that this is the only stock available at this moment. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns right here? Any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Milton, looking forward to tonight's webinar. It's going to be a game changer. I promise you. Promise you. PMNT, SNAL, AVNS, HOTH, SNYR. Yeah, out of the top gainers today, there's not too much I'm seeing out of the top gainers today. There's not. There's nothing like insane out of the top gainers today. Kind of just bouncing around right now at this moment. Bouncing around at this moment to kind of see if there's anything else. Now, traders, what it comes on down to is the S&P 500. S&P 500, I would not be shocked today if we actually ran on up towards new record highs. I would not be shocked today if all of a sudden we start breaking 690, we start running up to 693. It just looks like the momentum. The momentum is there, the hype is there, the action is there. And that's what's just so exciting about it. TVTX. How do I sign up for the webinar? Guys, I apologize and I'm sorry. Webinar, again, is sold out. So, traders, I don't know what to tell you. I apologize. You know, but I mean, guys, let's be honest. Have I not been promoting it actively on social media, on the live stream, every single day last week, every single day over the weekend, making sure every single person's aware of it? If you did not get access to the webinar, I'm sorry, it's sold out. Like, we gave you every single possible chance to be able to sign up. We opened up 500 spots, and then on top of that, out of those 500 spots, we added another 50. So unfortunately, again, today, we can't give any more spots away. So it's just like, I don't know what I can do. I don't want to be a dick, but at the same time, we did everything we possibly could to make sure people can get into the webinar. Scott, what if I donate 6K? If you donate 6K, I will put you in the webinar. Okay? That is a fact. That is a factual statement right there. That is a factual statement right here. I'll give you 5 minutes if you want to do that. PMNT, SNAL, AVNS, SNYR, TVTX, BEG, SLNH, GPRO, RENT. Kind of looking around right now at this moment to kind of see what's coming on up here next, guys. We do have ROLR, definitive agreement. AVNS got acquired. Again, ROLR is just on top of the list. We go from, again, an 83% top gainer to 69%, but this is getting acquired. We know all this acquired press release doesn't do anything. TVTX did have approval, but TVTX is just moving sideways as well. Again, ASNS, guys, you don't care about, this AVNS, you don't need to care about this play. It's just going to move sideways this entire day. TVTX, again, also just going to be moving sideways. Really, all the hype is on ROLR today, and it's still just sitting inside of this wedge pattern at this moment, and it just depends on what is going to happen at the start of the day, right? What is going to happen at the start of the day? We have to see if this, momentum is going to get us going, if we are going to be able to see some new ripping and running, spiking and climbing, and of course go from there. Deck, open up 10 more spots. How about this, guys? I'll make it a feeding frenzy. I will do 5 spots. 5 spots left, and that's it. Okay? This is it. I will do 5 spots right here. Let me adjust this. I'm just allowing 5 spots to come through. Hold on. 5. Confirm. Okay. Next 5 people get in. That's it. 5 spots left. Last chance. So I'm going to be posting this in the next few seconds. First 5 people. If your email gets accepted, you're good to go. Okay? Boom. There you go. 5 spots left. All right, traders. ROLR. Let's see again what this is going to be doing for us. Let's see if this play is going to be able to get some action. Let's see if this play is going to be able to get some momentum. So we are looking for this next possibility over on ROLR. ROLR still trying to stay alive on this uptrend. We got about 20 minutes here. This stock is getting tighter and tighter. Still has not died. This is one of those plays that is showing massive strength. Again, I don't have a Discord. We do everything live over on tradecaster.com. So over on Tradecaster is where I live stream. It's where our chat room's at. It's where, again, you guys can get all our live alerts. So again, we do everything over on Tradecaster. Just a little heads on up, with the alerts chat. We have everything with our talk chat over here. So if you guys want to join Tradecaster, we do offer a free 7-day pass. You guys can come on over, enjoy it, be part of our community, and of course, go from there. Guys, ROLR, a little bit of a squeeze off the bottom. ROLR, little bit of a squeeze off the bottom here. Right now, bounce play, building higher lows, looking for that setup and that squeeze. ROLR right here, guys, getting tighter and tighter. Let's see if this, look at this, guys. We have upper shadow, fade, upper shadow, notice all the upper shadows here. Upper shadow is what we want to see. Deck, when's the PDT decision? We're just going to have to wait for, just some random article to come out on the SEC. Right? So it's we just have to kind of wait for something to come on out, just on CNBC or Fox Runner or wherever on internet, on X. And just see if there is anything there. ROLR right now here, guys. Stock is trying to work itself on up. 954. Stock's getting tighter. Come on now. Let's see what this one can do. Guys, now let's see. Who here thinks it will break $10 and run up to new highs? Who here thinks ROLR is only just starting? Who here thinks ROLR spike up to $10 fade, spike up towards $10 fade, spike up to $10 fade, and now again it's spiking back up to $10? The odds would suggest, from past chart history pattern would suggest that $10 would be the best short. Hit $10 fade, hit $10 fade, hit $10 fade. Now again we're at $9.90. Here's $10. Let's see. Are we going to squeeze? Are we going to squeeze here? If this squeezes, it's going for its last hurrah. It's going for it all. It's looking for the breakout. Is the chance of a squeeze going to be happening right now over on, again, ROLR? So this is trying to get its next leg on up. So ROLR, high alert, squeeze potential at this moment. So traders, this is big to see. Traders are still trying to push this thing on up. This is where every trader is going. Now, again, the big thing about this play, guys, is that it's just squeezing out shorts left and right. This stock is not slowing on down. This play is now, again, continuously spiking on up towards its next leg. ROLR, we might see 12, like, I'm curious on how high this play is going to get up to today. I don't know how high this play is going to be able to spike towards. I don't know how high this play is going to get its next leg up towards. I'm sitting back. I don't want to get dominated, okay? So I'm not blowing up an account trying to short this at new highs and new highs and new highs. The thing that you can do, if you want to, is look at past chart history pattern and just say to yourself, how high can we go up to? So traders, ask yourself a question right now, okay? Take a second. Ignore ROLR. Say to yourself, what is the target over on ROLR? Where is a reasonable area that this could spike up to? What am I seeing? I see, what about the candle to candle transition? That's at 1240. We also have a dip buy at 1240. That could be nice. We also have, here's an old upper shadow, and here's the start of an old opening day at 1550. That could be nice. So the thing is, I would say right now, if someone asked me, Deck, pick two areas that you think the stock could reverse, I would say 1240, but I like 1550 better. So buyers could push these plays up to 1240. That could be the next area to kind of start getting yourself involved in. Or all the way up towards 1550, which would be, I think, like a top target after a halt or so. So we are getting a lot of just strong momentum over on these plays. Right now, guys, we're still trying to stay alive. See what we have here, traders. Deck, can you again show us a clock to see? I want to see how delayed my stream is. No problem. So let me bring up a clock for you. This is, again, every single person's stream should be no more than 5 seconds, maybe. You know, it's impossible to have it to the exact second, but every single person should be around 5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds, 6 seconds, 4 seconds, somewhere in that region. So this is, again, my current clock, 9:17, 37, 38, 39. So if you just want to kind of double check where you're at, see where you're at. And again, if you need to, always just refresh your live stream and try to get it down to that 2, 3, 4, 5 second area. So, gonna close this off in about 5 seconds. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. So again, yeah, 4 seconds, very reasonable. Very, again, kind of, I think, you know, absolutely fine. Yeah, ROLR is just a scary one to short. It just looks like it's just being a very naughty stock. You know what I mean, guys? I feel kind of weird saying that, but I would say that is the true case right here. It just looks like a naughty stock. It looks like it just wants to misbehave. It looks like it just wants to be punished. Okay, whoa. Yes, guys, that's how I look at the stocks, okay? It looks like a very naughty play to me. All right? It does. It does. It looks like if I want to short it, it's going to hurt my heart. Right now, ROLR still gearing up for a little bit of that squeeze. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Be right back on the mic. All eyes over on ROLR. Traders, right now, ROLR still going. So ROLR still going. So traders, let me ask this right now. How many people are on the long side? Right now, it's like ROLR, it's too scary to short. I'm throwing it out there. As someone who likes to short, it's too scary for me to short. I can't get a grasp on when the stock is actually going to turn. It still looks like it's like slowly building up. It still looks like it's slowly building up to the point where it could explode at any second. Like, we don't have 5, like, or even like 1 or 2 massive green candles. It's still just like slowly building up over and over and over and still working itself on up a little bit higher and higher and higher. And that's what's kind of making this, trade a little bit tougher, huh? ROLR right here, traders. This thing is still just going. Come on now. How much is left on the tank? 1550 is the target. 1550 is where, again, the majority of traders are focused on right here. So 1550, where traders are going to be focusing on, where people are going to be looking at. ROLR. Market opens up in about 7 minutes here. And if you guys are on the long side, I have no issue with you guys just continuously holding. If you are on the long side, I see no issue with you continuously holding. Now, can you guys also see just how great this like bull flag pattern was? I mean, traders, like, however you guys want to focus on this, this is just one of those like squeezes that just looks perfect, right? I mean, look how, like, that is textbook right there. That is a textbook definition for ROLR to be able to see this play go on this massive rip and run. So ROLR, this is a play that has that beautiful wedge pattern, still ripping and running. We do have 2 lines of resistance coming on up, and ROLR is also a play in the past that has gone from $3 and has spiked all the way up to $33 in one day. So yes, guys, ROLR can get crazy. We have seen this play go from $3 to $30 in one day. Now let's imagine this, traders. Imagine if I was still holding my short. Imagine if I was still holding my short from this morning at the price of, whatever, $8. Guys, I will be frank with you. If I was still holding my short with 4,000 shares at the price of $8, I would be down right now around 20 grand. I would be crying. I would be upset. You would see little tiny tears fall from underneath the sunglasses down again my cheeks. But this is why, again, I said, hey, move on, get out. This is why, again, when people always, there's only 2 things that can happen, right? This is all it is, traders. Whenever I trade and I live stream every single trade I make, I can get involved in a trade, and let's say, again, the stock doesn't do what I want, and I end up taking a loss. Let's say, again, the stock spikes its way on up, spikes and rips and runs and goes all the way up here, right? People always say 2 things. They always say, if the stock continues to move itself up even higher, right? If the stock goes on up here, people always say, Dick, you should have got out sooner. You should have got out sooner. This way, again, you wouldn't have taken a loss. Then, if the stock falls all the way back down here, people would say, hey, Dick, why'd you get out? You should have kept on holding on to this play. If you kept on holding on to this play, you would have made your money back. Yes, guys, in the moment, in the actual moment, you can always, again, be able to say, hey, you should do this, you should do that. But none of us can actually predict the future. So the thing is, all I can do is my odds. So why did I get out of ROLR at the price of, $9.50, $9.40? Because the stock was still moving on up. And the last thing I want to do is just keep on holding and hoping. Please fall. Please drop. Please move on. Please come on down. Next thing you know, it's at 10. Next thing you know, it's at 11. Next thing you know, we're at $11.90, $12. We cannot turn into traders that we just jump in on plays and hopefully at some point it moves in our direction. Because that's how you will blow up an account. Guys, do I lose at times? Of course. Have I taken big losses before? Of course. Have I had big wins before? Of course. But you know what's the absolute worst thing I can do? Is jump in on a trade, be in the red, just keep on holding and say it has to fall at some point. And the thing is, yes, at some point, ROLR will give back all its gains. This will be a $2 stock once again. But I want you guys to realize something. It might go up higher first. It might go up towards 12 first, or 13 first, or 14 first, and then dump down to 2 or 3 or 8 or whatever. So that's the scary thing, is that yes, the majority of these penny stock plays will come crashing all the way back on down. But at the same time, they might go up higher than we expect first, you know? Guys, let's switch out our scanners. We do have 9:30 opening on up here in just a moment. So let's again get this all set, ready to go. All right, traders, ROLR going to be opening on up with a lot of buying volume, or just a lot of volume in general. Now here, traders, just an understanding of this. ROLR, we are still on that same uptrend. You can still keep the same exact idea over on ROLR. You can still see where support's at. You can still see where resistance is at. You can still see this entirety of this play. ROLR right here, we do have this uptrend. We do have old resistance, which is now going to turn up as support. So ROLR, old resistance, we do have our main support, we are going to continue to keep our eyes peeled over on this one to see how much more this one has left towards it. So ROLR, market opens up in about 2 minutes here. I'm not touching ROLR. If you guys were not here earlier, I did take a loss. I do not want to force anything. I do not want to put myself in any sort of bad position at this time. Right now, ROLR watching this one. Guys, also S&P 500 going to be pretty fun and exciting today. S&P 500 going to be fun, going to be exciting. Definitely going to be one that we want to be watching. ROLR, it looks like, if I had to take a prediction, it looks like it's going to dump back on down towards 1030 at the start. Like just with this negative momentum, 1030 is going to find some support and then probably go back up towards somewhere around 1150, 1160. I think it's gonna hit 1030s and then go back up towards 1150 or 1160, or it's gonna have a quick pop up to 1150, 1160, and then dump back down to 1030. So it just depends on which one's gonna happen first here. Here we go, guys. 10 seconds, getting ready to rock. ROLR. Market is now live. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Agreement.
We are live. Let's see what happens over on ROLR. Let's see which way momentum goes. Now, the thing is, we would get halted if we fall down towards 946. We get halted if we spike up towards around 1156. Guys, we might get halted right off the rip here. Traders, we might get halted right off the rip here. Not halted yet. Not halted yet. Whoa, that was close. That was very close to getting halted right off the rip back up towards 1156. A lot of buying volume. Traders are still trying to push this thing on up. Remember, we have room to run up to 1250 or 1240 and then all the way on up towards around $15. Here comes another test on ROLR. Guys, still not halted yet. It's still hitting 1156. Everyone see this? We keep again battling this 1156 mark. It's trying to get halted. There's a lot of buying volume. Nope, I don't know how to say the word halted the right way. I always say, I don't even know the right way. People always say, Deck, you say halted funny? Halted. Halted. It's halted. It's halted, everyone. It's halted. It's halted. It's no longer available. It's a halt. It's a halt. Halted. It's halted. I don't care. Do you think I care? Do you think I speak for you? I speak for me. ROLR. Let's see if this play could be able to spike on up through around the 1156. You know what? Maybe it's my accent. My, again, Hungarian, Irish, Northern New Jersey, New York to Pennsylvania Dutch accent. That's what I have. My great-grandfather hand-canoed a paddle across the Atlantic Ocean from the country of Hungary to get to this great state of USA. My, again, grandmother, she, again, sat in a wind sailboat all the way across the northern Atlantic, passing icebergs to get to Ellis Island. And if I speak a little funny, that's just my heritage, baby. ROLR. Right now, ROLR traders, we're still watching to see, are we going to squeeze on up towards 1156? Anything above 11, we could start squeezing back on up. We know ROLR does have a lot of support. We're at the price of, again, 1020 and the support line of 975. We still have that 1156 area. Guys, we're hitting 1156 again. We're hitting 1156 again, and the stock might pause at 1156 if we hit that area. It might stop. It might freeze. And I apologize about looking at my phone, guys. I'm in one of the stupidest text conversations I've ever been in my entire life, and my phone keeps buzzing constantly. So I'm putting it on airplane mode at this moment. One of my best friends, and I love him, but there's something mentally wrong with him. He is 32 years old, and he just started watching Dragon Ball Z, and now he's constantly texting me, asking me why the characters are certain ways. Saying, why is Vegeta angry all the time? When does Goku come in? And I have to silence him. I have to put my phone on airplane mode and just stop getting random buzzes when I'm trying to focus on the stock market. You're a 32-year-old man. I can't help you with your Dragon Ball Z talk. ROLR here, traders. Let's see what's happening here. He goes, hey, Deck, what's the difference between Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2? Is everyone a Super Saiyan? My goodness. I gotta have a talk with this guy later. ROLR. We're still watching for that squeeze. We are still, again, continuously watching these plays to see what we have. Guys, if we break that 1156 area, like if we actually do get that pop, this thing is going to explode. Again, targets are 1240 and 1550. $11.56. That's still where the stock will be halted. And then ROLR, we'll see if that stock is going to be able to squeeze on up. Targets are 1240 and 1550. Also, let's take a look over on SNDK, guys. Oh, come on. I want to see SNDK above $1,000. Guys, I want to do a multi-day, multi-week short on SNDK above 1100. S&P 500 moving on up. Guys, S&P 500 moving up. We're almost back in the 690s, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost back into the 690s. Oh my, oh my. Traders, we have done it so far. We have purchased on the lowest possible day. And this is what gets me so fired on up. Traders, I purchased on the lowest day back in April 7th of last year, I believe it was. April 7th of last year, I made my purchase in my long-term investments. Then, on March 30th, I made my purchases on my investments. Guys, that is absolutely amazing. That is absolutely incredible. And guys, ROLR is starting to get the weakness now. Guys, there is a little bit of a dump. Traders, ROLR coming back on down. People are going to look for the dip, buy, and bounce right here and right now. So just a little heads on up for every single person. This is me speaking to my guy. I'm gonna block out his name though a little bit, but you guys can see right here. He sent me my order confirmation on Monday, March 30th. Monday, March 30th. This is when we started buying into my long-term account. Got ourselves all set. Monday, March 30th was absolutely awesome. And then we also got ourselves involved back on April 7th, which was one of the best ones that we have. So this was, again, back on April 7th. Started getting myself involved on plays. Where, again, I sent an email out to him, and I said, hey, let's start getting ourselves involved. And he said, over here, I said, please confirm anything you see or enter. Thank you. If you want to set up a call later, we can. That was Monday, April 7th. He goes, here's what I'm thinking. Half positions today. We'll see what comes on up. The Monday, April 7th. And then I started getting myself involved over on all these plays. VST, Netflix, Meta, Uber. There's actually a big giant list of kind of my long-term investments that I've been holding in on. Let's actually see how those have been doing for the last year. So this is, again, all of the investments that I bought since April 7th of last year. So let's see here. Let's see how these are doing. VST. Let's see. VST. We can go actually back to a weekly time frame. Monday, April 7th. I'm in at $90. Right now it's at $160. Everything had a pullback, but I'm in at a great area. Netflix. Monday, April 7th. I bought in right here at the price of $84. Now it's at $104. Now again, please be a reminder, we also did add again back on the 30th, which is kind of like right up towards this, down towards this area. So that's very nice. What else do we have here? Uber, April 7th, back at $61, currently at $73. Apple, Monday, April 7th, that's a good one, back at $169, now up to $260. Google, Monday, April 7th, $138, now up towards $324. So I will say again, long-term investment account right now, on fire. This is how I'm going to retire. Again, I like to make my money, my actual living money, from day trading. That's what I love. But again, my retirement account is just buying dips on long-term investments. The Mag 7, good growth plays, right? That's what I want to do. I want to. My most risky play in my long-term investment account is AMPX. That's my most risky play, AMPX. But again, we're even profitable on that. But I know, again, when I'm talking about Google or Apple or Microsoft or Nvidia buying again Monday, April 7th, you know, these are going to go up over time. Monday, April 7th, got in at $87. It's currently at $191. Where is this going to be at 10 years from now? 20 years from now? Guys, I am able to retire at the age of 59, right? Or 60. That's when I get all this money that I'm entering into my retirement account right now. So the thing is, I want to make sure that when I am 59, I have $4 million in there. $5 million, whatever it may be. Maybe there's $10 million I retire at the age of 50. Who knows? I always think about that, guys. I always ask myself, what is the price? Let me ask you guys this question. What is the number you need to retire? Let's say, again, you say, hey, this is the money that I want to be able to be set the rest of your life. I'm talking about right now. How much money today would you say, hey, if I had this amount of money, I could retire and I could live the rest of my life? Is it $1 million? Is it $500,000? Is it $10 million? Is it $100 million? Is it... For me, at the age of 32 years old, I would say if I had $10 million, that's my number, I wouldn't have to worry about money the rest of my life. $10 million, guys, that's ridiculous. That's a very long time. All right? $10 million, I could still live a very lavish lifestyle. I never have to worry about money again. I could go out to dinners. I could be able to travel around. I could do things that I want to do. And at the same time, I don't ever have to have any worry whatsoever. $1 million, probably not going to last you. $2 million, maybe you could stretch out. $5 million, you could definitely retire on $5 million. I think $5 million is where you have to be a little bit more conservative, but you are all set. $10 million is kind of where you can kind of do whatever you want and you're all set, ready to go. Anything above $10 million is just like extra. But I would say, again, if you're in your 30s or 20s, I would say you get $10 million, you're basically set for the rest of your life. $25 million, you're just blowing money on Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Right now here, traders, ROLR is starting to get a little bit weaker. How's Bitcoin doing today? I think I saw something over on Bitcoin. 75,000. Guys, nice little dip buy over on Bitcoin. I'm actually shocked with Bitcoin on how well it held. You know, when the markets were really crashing and dumping, Bitcoin came on down to 63,000. The only issue is no one really talks about Bitcoin right now. Like, no one's really talking about Bitcoin at all. It's kind of been like a very dead subject. I'm not saying Bitcoin's dead, but it's a dead subject. You know what I mean? It's not like it has any sort of crazy hype. Right now, traders, ROLR is still trying to get, kind of tighter and tighter and tighter inside this little wedge. What would you guys say right now? ROLR, this stock getting tighter and tighter and tighter inside its wedge, looking to see what this play really is going to be doing next here. GSAT. Right now, it's ROLR. Hey, traders, ladies and gentlemen, who's excited for the webinar later on today? Remember, guys, webinar links will be sent to your email at 6 p.m. Eastern Time today. 6 p.m. Eastern Time today, webinar email will be going out. We will start the webinar at 7 o'clock. It will end at 8 o'clock. So again, that is East Coast time. You will have an hour to get the link, to be able to get yourself into the room, to be able to adjust, get yourself a nice comfy seat, get yourself some popcorn, pour yourself a little bit of a glass of wine, be able to enjoy this absolutely Tuesday that we have been blessed with. So that is, again, kind of my main focus going into this day. And by 8 o'clock here, traders, by 8 o'clock, I want you saying, wow, I have learned so much more than I could ever imagine in an hour. I will tell you right here, right now, guys, you will, or I want you to, especially if you're a new trader, I want you to feel a little overwhelmed. I would rather give you so much information in such a short amount of time that it's forcing you to try to adapt and learn it all, rather than be a person that is saying, oh, wow, I sat around for an hour and I didn't learn anything. I'm going to throw so much information your way, is I want you to be able to just take what you can, roll with the punches, and go from there. So right now, ROLR. Still watching this play here. SNAL. SNAL trying to get a little bit of that move. Beautiful work, guys. I want to see SNDK get above that $1,000 mark. I don't want SNDK to start dumping right before 1,000. I do think SNDK is going to be an incredible short, but I just think it's going to be up near around 1,100. It's the same exact thing with LITE. I think LITE is going to be an incredible short. And I saw LITE at the price of 960. But it just, when you're right next to 1,000, is it going to go underneath 1,000? Is it going to go right above 1,000? Or again, is it going to, hit 1,000 and turn and fall? So right now, LITE. ROLR starting to fall. Now, also a little side note here, team. Let's not forget, today at some point, we should be hearing back from the SEC. So we should be having PDT rule change. And, like, we should be hearing back at some point. Like, we could see, like, I just typed in PDT rule change. This came out 4 days ago. In late 2025, the FINRA Board of Governments announced that the PDT rule would scrap the $25,000 minimum and replace it with more of like I think it's like $5,000 minimum. So it's supposed to go into effect possibly today. And like, that's the big thing. Guys, how many people would be happy if you no longer need $25,000 to trade? How many people would be happy if you guys could say to yourself, hey guys, you don't need $25,000 anymore. You again can now trade as much as you want. Any stock you want. As many times as you want. For only $2,000. So that is going to be something that we want to be watching and listening to and trying to like stay up to date with that, you know, today. Little Sino ROLR starting to fade on down a little bit. Getting a little bit of weakness. There's really not much other than ROLR as in like the hot day trades. The S&P 500 traders is coming up to record highs. That's actually so crazy to me. Just again, a few days ago, we were all the way down to pure panic. A few days ago, people were blaming Trump. They were blaming Iran. They were blaming the Strait of Hormuz. They were blaming oil. They were blaming the AI bubble. They were blaming you name it, tariffs. And now again, 6 days later, we're all the way back up next to record highs. The stock market is the only market where people see discount prices and they don't buy. It's the only market that you see, wow, the stock market fell 12%. Hey, let's buy in. No way, it's going to go lower. What are you talking about? We're down 12%. Let's buy in. No, no, no. It's the dumbest thing in the world. That's what I'm trying to break you guys out of the habit over, you know? Guys, right now, ROLR is losing a little bit of steam. I will say this. ROLR is a stock, guys, that I want you guys, ROLR is a play and is a stock that you have to keep on high watch and high alert this entire day. You have to keep ROLR on high watch and high alert this entire day. You have to keep ROLR on watch if this one squeezes and breaks up to 12, you know, whatever. This one could do it throughout this entire day area. So, is there anything else? SNAL. SNAL is not a bad play. I do not believe there's any sort of news on SNAL. But if you are having a very tiny account, this one's fine. Traders, SNAL, this is a fine play that's working its way on up from 75 cents up towards 112. Slow and steady. I have no issues with that at all. PMMT, no. ROLR, shorters are kind of taking over this play right now. Guys, look at ROLR is dumping right now. ROLR is cracking all the way back on down. HOTH, guys, AHMA also halted on the upside. So we have AHMA halted. We do have SNAL. So HMA halted up and SNAL hitting new highs. So as a lot of the volume rotates out of ROLR, you might see some new plays trying to like take on off a little bit. You might see a few plays kind of getting a little bit of buying volume and hype and momentum here. Okay? So right now, let's just make sure we're staying alert here. So traders, no forcing, only put yourselves in the best positions you possibly can at this moment. Obviously, we are staying smart. You know, we don't have a lot of news here today. We had news over on ROLR, and right now it's just been the shorter party. Shorters are just loving life right now, as you guys can imagine. Shorters are saying to themselves, wow, we've gone from $11.74 all the way back on down towards $9. And that's the thing. You know, that's the thing that's so kind of crazy about shorting is that all of these plays at this moment, right? All of these stocks do fade. All of these plays do give back their gains. You know, ROLR, I would not be shocked if this stock is sub $5 by the end of this week. And that's why so many people do short, is because no matter what goes on these massive spikes and rips and runs, they tend to give the majority of their gains on back. The majority of their gains spikes, the majority of these gains, you know, they're just all momentum based. And as these stocks are momentum based, we know that these plays could easily start cracking and fading and falling and start getting weaker. So ROLR spikes on up, comes out with good news, hits $12, and starts fading and falling. Could finish today back on down towards 7. And that's the thing about, shorting that people love so much. They say to themselves, wow, hey, if I just keep on shorting and I'm willing to hold, I usually end up in the green. Yeah, I will say this, guys. If the PDT rule does drop, okay, I'm going to say this right now for every single person. If the PDT rule does drop, we will have a penny stock market that is hotter than we have ever seen. And that is what is so exciting. If this PDT rule goes away this month, next month, even within the next 30 to 45 days, we will have the hottest penny stock market, the hottest microcap market we have ever seen in existence. Right now, the market's already hot. We're having stocks that are changing people's lives. ROLR went from the price of $5 up to $12. A $5,000 investment would have been able to make you $7,000. You could short this play from $12 back down towards $9. We're already seeing stocks like SNAL go all the way from 46 cents up to $1.20. A $460 investment could have been able to make you upwards of $800. We're already seeing plays, from ROLR to, again, PMNT to HMA. HMA, this play is going from 80 cents to $1.18. Now imagine this. Imagine if all of a sudden they say, hey, you don't need $25,000 anymore. You guys can now trade as many times as you would like. You can trade whatever stock you want, as much as you want. Have the free will to do what you want. Imagine how this environment will change. Traders, we will see so much liquidity in the microcap market. We will be seeing stocks go from $3, not stopping at $12, but going up to $30. We will see plays that are going to absolutely change people's lives and rip off some fucking faces, people. It would be nuts. So am I excited for the PDT rule to drop? Absolutely. Not because I use, again, a small account, but because the amount of liquidity that's going to be in this market, we are probably going to see plays on average shoot up 800%. Because the amount of people that are going to be buying and selling and buying and selling and buying and selling. So, I might not even short when the PDT rule drops. When the PDT rule goes out of the way, I might not short for a little bit. I might only be buying just because I know so many people are going to be buying nonstop. $9.55. Again, ROLR starting to get a little bit weaker right here. ROLR starting to drop. But yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled and stay ready to see kind of what we have coming on up, guys. S&P 500, that's going to be the big thing. Traders, today I wanted to jump on the mic. I wanted to talk about some things. I wanted to go over absolutely everything with you. But I really do want to take today and really just polish up this webinar for tonight. Again, I know I've hyped it up a lot, and it's just because I want to put on the best performance, the best education, put on the best webinar for you. I get 60 minutes to hopefully change your life, 60 minutes to give you an education that people charge thousands of dollars for, 60 minutes to make sure that you leave here tonight saying, wow, hey, you know what? I learned so much. I'm so happy I went to that webinar tonight. That is important to me. It's important that I live stream in front of you every day. It's important that I stay transparent for you every single day. It's important that, again, people can rely on me and say, hey, yeah, Deck knows what he's talking about. I'm not saying I'm going to make millions of dollars a year, but you can say, oh yeah, Deck does the right things. He, again, is someone I can actually trust. If he says, again, this is a good play, I should definitely be watching it. Hey, his strategy does work. Hey, he is a profitable trader. He shows his wins. He shows his losses. He's not paper trading. He's not randomly, again, just trading prop firms all the time. He's trading real money in front of me all the time, making money, being profitable, and showing it all. That's, again, the reputation that I want to have. Someone who's trustworthy, reliable, and actually making you a better trader. Not just being some TikTok kid that is, again, just saying they made $2 million off some fake account. So, we want to make sure that, again, tonight, we're giving you guys my all. We want to make sure tonight you guys are absolutely crushing it. We want to make sure tonight every single person is joining us, getting ready for that webinar, getting ready to do absolutely everything together. It is going to be such a blast. It is going to be so much fun. We are going to be going over everything from going long, from shorting, from brokers, from scanners, from prop firms, right? All this great stuff that we need. Okay? Want to make sure that you guys are all set. As you guys know, just a little recap. I use Fox Runner every day. I use Cobra every day. I use Trade Ideas every day. And again, the best prop firm I know of is, again, One Stop Prop. And they are having a lot of sales going on right now. So just a little heads on up. We'll go over that all tonight, making sure that you guys are all set. But it's really those 4 things: Trade Ideas, Fox Runner, Cobra, and One Stop Prop. Those are the go-to. Traders, look at ROLR right now. Everyone is running away. Look at ROLR at this moment. ROLR, traders. What gets pumped gets dumped. Why do you think I love shorting so much? Because what gets pumped gets dumped. Back on down. Staying alert, staying ready. And look at ROLR starting to drop back on down. All right, here, team. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to jump on the mic here. Wanted to go over this for every single person tonight. But traders, for the next probably 6-7 hours, I gotta, kind of finish up this webinar, make sure that we're all set, ready to go. And I will, again, leave the scanners up for now, making sure TradeCaster members have them. But again, ROLR, again, massive spike, massive dump, spiked on up to $12. Now here comes that big reversal. I will see every single person here tonight. I will see every single person that wants to become a full-time stock trader here tonight. Come ready to learn. Bring a notepad, get ready to be able to write things on down, ask questions. I want you to be able to change your life tonight. 7 o'clock tonight. Get ready to go. Email will be sent coming on out at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Be the best trader you can be. Use your head, and I will see every single person tonight at the time of 7 p.m. getting ready to rock and roll. You guys are fantastic. You guys are amazing. And I, again, always just want to say thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this morning. I do want to focus on, again, what we have coming on up here tonight and making sure we're becoming the best traders we could be. Team, get excited. Stay motivated. Scanners are up. Let's change your life tonight. Let's give you the education that you want, that you deserve, that you guys are going to be getting. I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Help me wrap it on up. You guys know the drill here. In 3, 2, 1. Ahoo! 7 p.m. tonight. It's game time. I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much.
Contract. NVIDIA.
She just moved to LA, go to UCLA, and she drive a Maserati, then she got a body, she be tryna party, she be tryna party. She just moved to LA, go to UCLA, and she drive a Maserati, then she got a body, she be tryna party, she be tryna party. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody just to find you really love someone. Oh, and I do, and I do, and I do, yeah. Sometimes you gotta lose somebody just to find you really love someone. Oh, she be tryna party. She just moved to LA.
So hard, motherfuckers wanna find me. First nigga gotta find me. What's 50 grand to a motherfucker like me? Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy. Y'all don't know that those shit fades. Next to go, 0 for 82 when I look at you like this shit crazy. Ball so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even supposed to be here. Ball so hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair. Psycho, I'm libo, go Michael. Take a pick, Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.
Rooms, if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like
me Stacy, you can call me love, you can call me baby, all of the above. You can call me late night, and I'll be at your door. You can call me anything or anything you want, just don't call me love. Don't call me up.
Riding my bike like I'm too young to try. Careless and free like it's 2005. Had to chill the fuck out, take a trip outside to have fun with my friends like I'm young and alive.
You're toxic, I'm sipping on that. Taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic? And I love what you do, don't you know that you're toxic? I'm addicted to you, don't you know that you're toxic?
Had to chill the fuck out, take a trip outside to have fun with my friends like I'm young and alive. Like I'm young and alive.
Don't you know that you're toxic?
I wanna be the very best, no one ever was. Catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Keep up your mind to understand the power that's inside. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend, in the world we must be friends. I'm so true, I'm very from us through. You teach me and I'll teach you.
Around in your high heel shoes, I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor. 2 for 1, you know I bitch by 4. And 2 left feet, you know I always drop. First thing a girl did was bop on the whole damn cake and the cherry on top. Shook up the bottom, made a good girl pop. You ain't even here to party. Ken in the club tryna pipe a Barbie. I don't wanna go with the flow back then till I touch my toes. I don't wanna row the boat. Wrist full of rocks and I hope I flow. Big up yourself cause you know they don't. I chew cause they hope I show. I'm a bitch.
I sold my soul to the devil for designer. They said go to hell, but I told them I don't want it. If you know me well, then you know that I ain't going, cause I don't wanna die young. Walk through fire for you, just let me adore you. I don't wanna die young. Walk through fire for you, just let me adore you. Like's the only thing I'll ever do. Like's the only thing I'll ever do. Oh, honey. Walk through fire for you, just let me adore you. Put it in reverse. just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing, we spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. So fool, he a fool with the shit. Told her, don't let her friends know. In the building, I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo.
You are unforgettable. I need to get you alone. Why not? A fucking good time, never hurt nobody. I got a little drink, but it's not a party. If you love the girl, then I'm so sorry. I gotta give it to her like it all.
A list of mania, the glass with tear glow. Like a ride, oh. Not easily offended, not let it go. From a mess to the masses, a list of mania, the glass with tear glow. Like a ride, oh. Not easily offended, not to let it go. From a mess to the masses.
I am very, very sneaky. So.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house. Bored in the house and I'm in the house. Bored in the motherfucker in the house. Bored and I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house. Bored 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 in the motherfucker in the house. Bored and I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house. Bored in the motherfucker in the house. Bored and I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house.
All the things that I used to say, all the words that got in the way, all the things that I used to know have gone out the window. All the things that she used to bring, all the songs that she used to sing, all the favorite TV shows have gone out the window. Missing you. You'll be that much higher, so high. You'll be that much higher, so high. Got in the way, all the things that I used to know have gone out the window.
When you call my name, it's like a little breath down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a breath. You know I'll take you there. G-L-A-N-O-R-O-U-S, yeah. G-L-A-N-O-R-O-U-S, yeah.
Hey, we got a good thing. Don't know if I'ma see you again. But is that a good thing? Cause girl, I can't be your man. No man, I know what's on your brain. You probably hope it never win. Like, is it the real thing? Or is it just a one night stand? Well then,
Glamorous, 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 glamorous. Flousy, flousy.
Said Coke 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed. As the marijuana burn, we can take our turn singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the ball like Cheech and Chong and sell tapes from here to Hong Kong.
I don't want a Valentine, I just want Valentino. I just want that neck, I poke her face like a casino. Dito, no, I get it in like a free throw. Shorty wants some more, she think I seen her keep the leak. I don't want a Valentine, I just want Valentino. I just want that neck, I poke her face like a casino. Dito, no, I get it in like a free throw.
I know someday it'll all turn around because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people love to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
I'm out and all the time.
I ain't been getting high, but maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply. Girl, you're not an angel either, you can't even fly. I know this, you think that you know shit. All this shade is coming at me, I wonder who does it. They can't see the vision, boy, they must be out of focus. That's a real hot album, homie, I wonder who wrote it. Oh shit.
It's like I waited my whole life, but it's one night. It's gonna be me, you, and the dance floor. 'Cause we only got one night. Double your pleasure, double your fun, and dance forever, 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 forever,
You say yes, I say no. You say stop, but I say go, go, go. Oh no. You say goodbye, I say hello.
I like the view.
You're my best view.
Now I'm shaking, drinking all this coffee. These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? And there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? All myself, we don't need anyone else. Let our bodies do the talking, let our shadows paint the wall. I want you here in my arms, feel hide away in the dark. Stick your hand in my back pocket, oh, and let your long hair fall. I want you, to myself, to myself. Can you come through? And there's one thing I need from you. Can you come? I fell in love, same time that you're falling apart. I should've known, but I saw a sign in the stars. But I was wrong, fucking with you ain't last that long. Now you gone, now you gone, now you gone, girl.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of posing rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No, much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of